You know what time it is. It's time for Late Nights with Santana. So sit back, get your popcorn, tap the screen, and enjoy.
96 billion in taxes in 2022 alone, and that was on a federal, state, and local level across the country. And they do not benefit from any of the programs that you and I get to benefit from, such as Social Security, Medicaid, unemployment insurance. They don't get to benefit from any of that. So they have no impact on you in that sense. They have none whatsoever. The way that immigrants are helped, undocumented immigrants and migrants are helped in this country is through private organizations who take private donations. And so they fundraise, is what they do, to help them cover expenses like rent, to help them find certain types of jobs, to simply help them. That's what they do. So they have no impact. It's not coming out of your tax dollars to help these people, and they are paying taxes. So for you to say something like that is just showing, and I mean this with all due respect, it's showing how misinformed you are on the matter. And that you're not thinking about it logically. You're actually just thinking, oh, well, I see these people and they make me uncomfortable, so they got to go. You're thinking emotionally. Be pragmatic about the situation.
Would you let them stay at your house if they don't
Yeah,
have a home?
sure.
Do you know anything about that?
If I could, I totally would. But
Even though
my Soros check hasn't come yet. I'm still waiting on it. Hopefully November 6th I get it.
Soro?
Can I say something real quick to Jeff?
Sure.
Yeah, go ahead, and then I want to get to choice.
Okay. What I was going to say, Jeff, I'm going to be real honest with you. As a disabled woman, a disabled Black woman, I feel more comfortable in those areas with those quote unquote migrants and stuff than I would feel in some areas over on the north side or the north or on the Gold Coast or stuff like that. Because you know what? Those people aren't going to look at me like I'm less than. Those people are not going to mistreat me like my fellow Americans do. So,
And you say the good ones also, but undocumented immigrants are the least likely to commit a crime because they do not want to go back to their home country. They come here for a reason. And that reason is typically because they're fleeing harm. They're fleeing violence in their home country.
They're all mostly males.
What does that mean?
Wait. Hold on, Jeff. You said the ones that you see.
Can I go after host?
No. Because I'm sorry. I want to jump to choice, but then you can go after choice.
My bad.
Yeah, no worries. But Jeff, you're contradicting yourself, my friend, because you said that you see mostly women with kids. There's no husband
downtown.
But then you just
they're
said
all
there's.
male.
But the ones that are fleeing from Mexico, from other countries, are coming to the U.S.
Okay, so then where are they going then, Jeff? If you don't see them downtown, but you know that they're fleeing and leaving the U.S., where are they going? I'm confused.
Don't know. That's a good question.
And you also
okay.
they're undocumented.
Say what?
You know all these things about these people.
I don't know anything about them. That's what
Okay.
they call undocumented.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. Hold. All right. So I want to keep it moving, and I do want to come to choice. So choice. Can you one? I would like to kind of have you chime in on this topic, but also I want to know why is it that you are voting for Donald Jimothy Trump?
Yeah, I mean this specific topic of immigration, I don't have an issue with immigration actually. I think it's crucial to help like bolster up the American economy and fill employment gaps.
Which is true.
Yeah, I don't have any issues with immigration. No, I'm not. I wouldn't say I'm liberal on immigration, but I just don't care about it. It doesn't affect me in any meaningful way. But then I guess like my support for Trump would just come from like his tax policy, specifically the one he passed in 2017, and then the furtherance of the proposals that he's passing or trying to or will pass if he becomes the president. These proposals I find to be greatly beneficial, and I could go further into depth if you want to know about it.
I do, but one second. Hey guys, just for everybody that's watching, if you're wondering why it's on sub only, it's because we still have not reached 75,000 likes yet. So let's tap the screen and get up to 75,000 likes. Once we're at 75,000 likes, we will go ahead and turn the comments back on, and everyone that's not a subscriber, you can have your voice heard again. Also, or you can always just join and become a subscriber, right? We need, thank you for the heart me. We need 3 more subscribers to hit our goal. So you can always become a subscriber and you can actually come in the club and talk. If you don't follow me, follow Erica, gift the panel, share the live out, tap. Let's keep it moving. We got our daily donation goal, $150, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, Santana 24J. All of my pay links are in the bio. Erica has her pay links in her bio. Let's go. So I do want to hear more about that choice, but before I do, Kennedy, I want to pass it over to you for a second. Did you want to specifically reply to something that Jeff or Choice said just now, or did you have a different point that you wanted to hit? And I'm sorry, Kennedy, I don't even think I got to introduce you when you came on the panel. Just to verify, Kennedy, are you a Trump supporter or a Harris supporter?
Team Harris all the way.
Okay, perfect. So did you want to respond to one of those two, or did you want to?
I do want to respond to C. Choice. You said, is it C
Choice? That's my guy, Choice.
Yeah, Choice. You said that economy-wise, right? You were better, right?
No, I just said that his tax policy, I would say, is better.
You said his tax policy is better for you?
Just better, yeah.
Yeah, it's better for you?
No, I'd say it's better.
No, that's not what I asked you. It's better for you? Because you can't choose a tax policy. Yeah. Let me ask you a question, Tim. If you drive on a highway, right? It's better for you because you use that highway, correct?
No, I could say that it's like objectively better for everyone that utilizes the same service I'm utilizing.
So Tim, there's a highway right now in North Carolina that's not better for me because I've never used it and will never use it. And it could get me to work 20 minutes faster. So let me ask you a question again. The tax policies that you claim is better, that you make a metric that said it's better, is it better for you?
No, I said it's better for, like, I would say it's like better for like the most people.
Okay. All right. Well, hold on one second. So, can you explain that choice? Why do you think that the proposed tax policy by Donald Trump, which is just repeating the tax policy that he implemented before, why do you think that's better for most people versus the possibility of raising the taxes on the top 1% that Kamala Harris is supporting, and also closing multiple possible loopholes?
Yeah, I mean, I can just cite you like the previous one if you just want to say that the previous is going to be the current. So the previous one we can cite like section 110.21 of the TCJA, 110.22 of the TCJA. This will be doubling the standard deduction, doubling the child tax credit. These will be beneficial to mostly people making under certain.
Choice.
My bad.
Choice.
Okay.
Whoa! Slow down, buddy. Because you threw a lot at me, and I am not a tax expert. I use TurboTax. So, give me that again, please.
Yeah, I mean, if you just want to find it, you can go like tcja.gov, and then you can, I believe you can control G it depending on if your computer lets you. Just type in SEC and then space 110.21, 110.22. They'll run right after each other, so you can just put 110.21. And then you can read that would just be the law on replacing new tax provisions for the standard deduction, the standard tax deduction. Then below it would be the child tax credit. So the furtherance of this would be the child tax credit being $5,000 under the new administration, and then the standard deduction. I haven't heard much more on the standard deduction.
No, wait, one second. Can I jump in? Wait, one second. Can I get a minute, please, guys? Because
Sure.
I mean, I really needed this conversation. So again, are you talking about potential tax policies? Are you talking about current tax policies?
This is current law.
The current law that Trump has been in presidency for?
Yeah, what I'm citing right now is currently what is the
No, let's
case.
get it. No, I want to get it straight. Just hear me out.
I just answered the question.
No. So you're talking about policies that Trump enacted when he was a president. Because he was a president.
Yeah,
right?
I'm citing the TCJA, which is currently the current tax law.
No, that's not what I'm asking you. You
What are you asking me?
I'm asking you, these policies that you're trumping right now, pun intended, is for when this president was in power with a Republican administration in the House and Senate.
Yeah, it was passed in 2017. Yes.
Okay, so it was passed on all of these, and these policies that you say right now is beneficial to all of us,
Yeah, it would affect everyone. Yeah.
the majority of the country, because majority of the
Yes.
country do not make over $1 million, not even $400,000 a year.
Yeah, I know. So that's what I'm saying. So like tax deductions, standard deductions absolutely affect mostly people that make lower amounts of money because it causes them to write significant amounts more off on their taxes and make the tax filing process simpler.
I'm gonna let the host talk to you first, and then I'm gonna come in and say what I need to say, because I don't want to derail the conversation.
Yeah, no. You can go right ahead because honestly, I'm still looking for the same. I'm on the TCJ, and I must be on the wrong TCJ because I can't find what you were saying, and
let me help you.
But it don't
So
even matter.
recidivism. So I'm sorry, I'm the one over talking woman. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, and thank you. I was gonna say though, you're saying the standard deduction, but do you not understand that because itemized deductions for a lot of people were done away with because the standard deduction was more, people are getting less on their taxes? People are
No, I
getting
haven't seen
less.
significant evidence suggesting this.
Okay,
Because the
so
standard deduction was only at like I believe like 6,000 for the single filers, 12,000 for joint filers, and then if you look at the trend of people taking itemized versus standard deductions year over year, the significant increases of people in middle to low income brackets taking standard deductions is so significant. It wouldn't lead me to believe that
it
that
wouldn't
there
lead
was
you to
sufficient
believe
evidence
that
in
the average
suggesting what you're
person,
asserting.
the average taxpayer is only getting $220 more in their check than they were beforehand. But the top 1% are getting thousands of dollars
I don't
in
believe that's
tax
true.
breaks.
I've never seen any sufficient evidence leading to this claim to be true.
It's not a belief. I'm happy she said it, and that's what I was gonna. There's a recidivative process that's in the Trump tax cut. So the tax cut, yeah, it started out with we all got like about $3,000, and after year 3, it dropped down to about $500.
That's
That is
also
a
not true.
fact. Wait, no. If you don't know the policy, you cannot.
I do.
speak on
I
it.
cited specific section of it. I definitely know the policy. That's
So
not true at all.
let's go back. So do you know the breakdown of what each tax bracket get? Because what she said was true.
Maybe.
There was a recidivative process whereby the upper echelon of taxpayers, it increased, and it's still increasing. It's still increasing because it's not expired.
Do you have
This is what
evidence to support this?
This is what a Congress that has passed, the same Congress that deferred Obama's Supreme Justice and gave it to Trump, passed also.
Yeah, do you have evidence supporting like the claim that you're asserting?
What claim?
Yeah, the claim that that these tax cuts would have been only useful for 3
You
years
made
and then
a
it would have
claim.
dropped.
You
I didn't make
made
it.
no.
I didn't make the claim.
That's not how it
No.
works, sir. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah, when you make a claim, usually you back
Wait,
it up.
You're the one who
Hold
made a
on,
claim.
hold on one second. Hold on one second, because I don't want us to overtalk each other.
Can I
Oh
say
no, we
something
can
real
pull
quick?
that up about the tax rates going up year over year for certain people. We can pull that up.
I would just love
Yeah,
to see
hold
what
on,
the
hold on,
policy
okay,
itself.
hold on.
I just want to shout out.
Let's level set for a second. Go ahead, E.
I just want to shout out Omega. Thank you for the $5 PayPal. I
Boom.
appreciate you. Thank
Big
you.
W's in the chat for Omega, guys. W's in the chat for Omega. Also, again, since we got this little bit of a breather, it was kind of getting, a little toasty up here. Let's keep tapping. We want to get to 150,000 likes before the top of the hour. So tap. Share the live out. Let's keep it going.
Can I say something real quick? I mean, because I'm gonna drop out because I gotta wake up early for work.
Yeah, go ahead, Jeff.
So with the tax, so I work at a law firm, and I was doing the VIP support for this one attorney. I can't say his name. He was bringing to the firm, I'll say like 45 million a year. I go to his house. Don't ask why, but he shows me all his his finance, his W-2s, and he brought in I don't remember. I think it was like 1.3 million, and he paid a lot of taxes. When I mean a lot, my jaw dropped. So these people who makes over $1 million, they do pay a lot of taxes. And don't forget, these people know the tax loophole, so they'll find a way not to pay extra taxes. They'll just be like, for example, Prisker. Oh, remove this toilet, and then boom, he got slashed what, 200,000 from this like taxes. But yeah, these people do pay taxes like high amount.
And host, I can cite what I'm saying, that these provisions that I referred to, the section 11021, 11022, that they don't actually expire until 2025. And if you find it, I can help you find it. The law itself, it's stated that this is a case beginning December 31st, 2017, and before January 1st, 2026. Within the provision itself, it states that these are relevant through these years. And I can help you find it. It's page 19 of the TCJ on Congress's website.
But do you know what a Congress is? Do you know what a Congress is? And you know we can go back and track the Congress who have passed laws. Do you know what a Congress is?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so after the Senate, even when it goes to the Senate, it goes back to that Congress and they ratify it. Do you know what a Congress is? And we can track the record?
Yeah, this is current. I'm reading current law.
No, not current law. You have said 2017. When did Trump get into presidency?
2017.
2017. Say the date and the year, please.
January 20th, 2017.
Okay, and everything that he has done did not exist before that Congress.
Sure. Yeah. Maybe.
And everything that he has done existed when he ballooned all the deficit. Was during the Congress that he ran, that was controlled by both the House and the Senate.
Yeah, well, I don't know what this has to do with like tax policy.
It has a lot. That's why he got so many Supreme Court justices, because if they didn't control both houses of Congress, they would not have gotten all of that.
I don't know if I'm missing something. What does this have to do with the tax policy? I'm not trying to be rude. I don't know what that has to do with
policy was passed because that's the deal that he had when they controlled majority of the House and the Senate.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. That they controlled that until I believe 2018. So yeah, I would agree that is how it was probably passed.
And when it was in place, sir, wait. Let's be genuine, because we're not on CNN. We're not telling the facts. Okay? And that's why Harris is going to win in November, because nobody get their news from CNN and Fox anymore. People has wised up.
Okay. That's cool.
So
anyway,
again,
host, do you need help trying to find that? I want to be more than genuine, more than good faith, trying to help you find it. It's very easy.
You're good. I'm actually reading an article right now from the Tax Foundation.
Yeah, they do great articles on it. I can cite you a few that kind of that show the effects of it, especially the standard deduction. I could cite you one right now off the top of my head. I can just pull it up in my folders.
Yeah, and so the one that I'm reading basically is saying that the proposed plan, even though that it doesn't have all the details from Trump's plan, basically his plan would cost in a 10-year revenue, it would cost the average American about $1,325 more in taxes a year. And it would actually decrease the GDP by 20%.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with that. What is that? What's someone called it? It's probably the same one I've been looking at.
Yeah, it's the Donald Trump tax plan ideas detailed analysis. Okay. So it breaks down.
Where does it say it would cost people money?
It's throughout the article, but it gives a breakdown by like each individual, like make the TCJA individual change permits, and then it gives like the GDP, GNP, capital stocks, tax wages, all that stuff. But it breaks down overall, like depending on if it's an FTE and how it all works.
Yeah. The TCJ is kind of mistaken on the way they're running things. So they add a significant amount of. Hold on.
But we know this stuff before though. That we don't need to go back.
Hold on one second, Kenny, because I'm processing through this and I want to hear what he has to say about this, because it seems like there's something there.
So
Bro,
I don't disagree with the TCJ. I just think they're
hey,
running it
Choice.
very literal. Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'm sorry. I just had a quick question to make sure because y'all been talking a lot. I want to make sure of something. All right, we're talking about specifically Trump's tax plan, right? That he
Yeah, we were kind of going
enacted.
into the policy before and like the current proposals
Because I
kind of in
heard
between.
earned income, I heard the child tax credit, then I heard something else, and then I heard the Trump tax plan. I just want to make sure because, like, yeah, I'm
Yeah,
just
we're talking
reading
about
on
both,
it
kind
to
of the
make sure.
previous and the previous and the proposed. We could stay with whichever realm. I don't really care
Yeah,
either
but
way.
can we go from, because Trump has been president for 4 years, right? Almost, right? Can we agree on that?
He was, yeah,
And he had a tax plan, right, that has been implemented, right?
yeah.
So why don't we talk about that? We keep going
We
trying to
can.
talk about what his new policy is. No,
Well,
can we talk
hold
about
on,
that
hold
one
on,
first?
I
hold
was
on, hold
talking
on,
about his
hold on,
tax
hold on,
plan.
hold on, hold on. Before we get into anything more, let's just do this real quick because I want to.
Yeah, I gotcha.
I want to kind of spread it around and make sure that we're talking to the rest of the panel. So, Tiana, did you have something that you wanted to add? Did you want to add to this specific conversation, or did you have any other direction that you wanted to take things?
No, I just wanted to talk about the debate.
Okay, go right ahead.
Oh, well, I was really interested about the conversation because I'm learning stuff as
Oh,
well.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So you want to
but
hold off? Okay.
yeah.
Okay. All right. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't ignoring you. And also, real quick before we get back to it, I want to acknowledge the Rooster. How are you, the Rooster?
Hey, what's going on? How you feeling, Doc?
Good, good, good. And the Rooster, just to verify, are you a Trump supporter or a Kamala Harris supporter?
I'm a Harris supporter.
Okay. Perfect, perfect. And my mental, how are you, my brother?
I'm good. I'm good. How you doing?
Good, good, good. Did you want to come up to join the conversation, or did you want to talk about something else?
No, I actually came up to join the conversation this time.
Okay, perfect, perfect. So, all right, let's give it a second. Choice, go ahead and finish your point, and then I want to give an
Yeah.
opportunity to Erica, Ren, everybody, just to kind of indulge in this conversation. And also, guys, tap, tap, tap. Before the top of the hour, we should be at 150,000 likes. Make sure you're sharing the live out. Also, last but not least, daily donation goal is $150. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. All my links are in the bio. My name is Santana24J, and all of them, everything is accepted. Anything is appreciated. Don't forget about Erica. Omega's already dropped a little something for her, but she still needs more because we got to get her dinner. So please, please, please tap the screen, share the live, gift the panel, all those good stuff. And Choice,
Hey,
I'm sorry,
check
go
the
ahead.
Discord.
Yep, I got it.
Yeah, so like something I don't critique the tax foundation because I don't think they're being like disingenuous. I think they're just taking what Trump takes or says to be very literal as opposed to what he's proposing. So when they make these numbers, they're taking into account the 7 or what it would be the 6% cut in corporate tax rates. And that's what's accumulating most of this 10-year revenue loss. But that's not exactly what Trump is proposing. Trump is proposing a reenactment of a provision that he eliminated called Section 199 of the Internal Revenue Service. This is just basically an incentive for people to build their products in America. So what he's doing is taking this this deduction in tax rate and providing it to corporations that build their stuff in America, propping up American jobs. And there's different analyses on what this would actually do to the national debt. That this could bring back American infrastructure, or not American infrastructure, American manufacturing, and bring back American jobs, and have a little or have less of an economic impact or revenue loss for the government. And I can cite you something from the Committee for Responsible Federal Budget that states kind of like a $200 billion as opposed to a $600 or $700 billion 10-year revenue loss, which I think $20 billion a year is more manageable than $60-70 billion a year. So that's something to look at. They don't take that into account. In conjunction that Trump might actually raise the corporate tax that for people that aren't building their stuff in America.
He's not. He's not.
It was definitely
he's clearly
proposed.
stated that he's only going to do tariffs. But let's do this. E, you sent me a interesting article. I'm still looking through it. Do you want to speak to it?
Yeah, sure, I can. So it was like everything that you said, Choice. I was like,
Howdy,
no,
partner.
that's not it. I was like, that's not it. Um, what Trump's tax plan, the one enacted in 2017, the one that we're still under did, is it was mentioned already. It kind of gave like the middle class an initial cut in taxes, but each year since, so basically, because the first year would have been 2018, that return. So each year since, we started to see our after tax income go down. So we're taking home
Also,
less pay. Yes,
Erica, can you cite this form so he can know exactly where you're referring to, and
Yeah.
also we can stay
sure.
transparent with our chat.
Because I don't
Sure.
see why that would be the case, considering the provisions that I mentioned were probably the most significant in the impact of the middle class. These don't expire, so this might just be like some kind
They
of like
need to reverse some of those
No,
because
wait a
this
minute.
tax plan is going to. Go
I'm
ahead,
sorry.
Rand.
if
It's
you could
okay.
cite
Oh
it though,
no,
I'd
no,
love to
I'm
read
so
it.
sorry, Erica.
It's okay, love. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, but one of the biggest issues. So let me ask you, Choice. Do you have any children?
No, but I was a child when the tax code was first put
How
into
old are
place.
you?
20.
Okay. You know what?
That's where
Okay.
the confidence
Wait,
All
comes
you were a
from.
child?
right.
You were a
That
child when it was. Wait,
answer
wait.
everything.
Hey,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
hold
sorry. I'm
on,
like
sorry,
It's
guys.
not a bad thing,
13.
Choice. It's not a
hold
bad
on. Time
thing.
out. Time out. Time
My
out.
bad, Santana.
We're
I'm
not
sorry.
gonna we're not
My
gonna
bad.
age shame the baby just because he can't
No,
have
no,
a
no,
drink with
no.
us yet. We still
No,
value
it's
Choice's
not.
opinion.
that's fucked up.
Hold on. I'm not
I'm
I'm not
just
judging you for
giving you a
being
hard time.
funny. Yeah, I look. I get it because I have a child your age, so I understand where your confidence in it comes from. But I think because you don't have any children, right? And you probably haven't had very complex tax returns and things just yet, that there's nuance to this that you're not familiar with yet.
It's actually not true.
So I understand how on the surface some of these things look like they'd be great, right? I get it. However, in the real world, in theory, these things are great, but in practice, not so much. When you change the standard deduction or you only allow for a refundable credit, child tax credit, up to $1,600 as compared to $3,000, that's going to affect a lot of your lower and middle income earners with children. They're going to get less
But
money back.
Wait, $3,000 under what?
but here goes.
Because it was
Hold
1,000
on,
before
one
the
second.
Trump things.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Can you answer Choice's question?
Yeah, I'll
Oh,
just state it. It was 3,000 because like under Trump raised it from 1,000 deduction to 2,000 deduction. The refundable amount was 1,600. I don't know what the refundable amount was before. But the 3,000, if are you just referring to like the American Rescue Plan, that 1 year increase of the tax credit? Is that what
it
you're
may
referring to?
be, and I may be referring to that because I don't have it pulled up and I can't pull it
Yeah,
up.
because under the American Rescue Plan, there was a
However,
$3,000 well, it was $3,600 for people 1 to 6 years old, and then 6 to 17, it was $3,000.
but
That was for
changing
1
the
year.
amount that's refundable, you got to understand that a lot of lower and middle income people, a lot of them rely on those tax returns, and a lot of the people who are filing their taxes are not getting as much as they were before, and
Yeah,
they're
that
not
just sounds
getting
like
more
a
money in their
accounting error.
checks.
Well, hold on. So, Choice, I'm going to push back on that because literally right here in the article that I'm reviewing, and this is from, let me scroll back up to the top so you can have it. The Center of Budget and Policy Priorities. After decades of costly, regressive, and ineffective tax cut, a new course is needed. And this talks about the impact that the Trump tax cuts had, and it definitely states exactly what Erica was speaking to, which is the additional year over year, or I'm sorry, the year over year, how more people are
Decrease.
paying more. Yeah. And then it also speaks to the fact that how much more the actual wealthy has benefited from it, and saying doubling down on this would actually, hold on a second here, where is it? Extending Trump tax cuts would double down on the law's flaw, basically costing the U.S. about $300 billion a year if we extend these tax plans.
What exactly are you reading on this? I think I found it. Where should I go to read exactly what you're reading?
So I've read through. I've skipped through like the whole time you guys have been talking. I've been skipping through and reading the entire thing. But the part that I was just referring to, as far as the implications, if you scroll down past the graphs, where is it? Hold on, just looking at it. That's right there. It's in bold. Extending the Trump tax cut would double down on the law's flaw. And so it talks about most of the 2017 law's corporate tax provisions are permanent, but nearly all of others are changed. Blah blah blah. And so there it goes on from there.
Are you reading a one called something skewed to the rich? Let me see. The 2017 tax law was skewed to the rich, expensive,
And Jones,
failed to deliver on
Jones.
its,
That's what I was
promises.
making a point in, Jones. That's what I was making a point in. He doesn't see that all the tax credits that has been on the front end for working people has expired within the first 3 years of that tax credit.
What hasn't? That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah,
The
no,
rich
it literally
tax
has.
credit.
Well, then how is it negating the law? I don't understand that.
What are you referring to? Negating the law?
Yeah, so
that-
like I said,
that's
so
a-
under section 110.21 and 110.22 of
Okay,
the
hold on,
TCJ, the law, it states
Wait,
these are
no,
rules.
choice, slow down, because you fast talk every time you say that, and I haven't been able to pull up what you were stating
Okay,
at all.
I'll help you out.
So let's slow it down.
Just
Let's slow it down.
tcj.gov, and then it's page 19 if it's
Wait,
like a PDF.
tcj.gov.
Yeah, TCJ, and then do like 2 spaces. .gov.
Yeah, and so when I search TCJ, it brings me to TDCJ .texas.gov. So what's the actual site? When you say TCJ, what site is it?
Just a Congress website. It says congress.com, bills, and it's bill, and then like the actual website is, or like the link is called bills-115hr1.
Did you say congress.com?
.gov.
Okay, I was just making sure. So congress.gov. All right, so
And then if it pops it up, I think it's page 19. If
And Jones, when you're done, I want to ask him a question when you're done, Jones.
yeah, no worries. Congress.gov. And then what am I looking for?
Just do congress.gov TCJ. Let's see if this will pop it up.
TCJ.
Let's see. Yeah, that ain't it. So just you can type Congress, and then just like do 2 spaces on the search bar .gov TCJA, and then it should be the third one.
No. So I'm on congress.gov and I'm searching from congress.gov. There's an actual place where you can search through this information.
Yeah,
where can
let me see.
where can I go from here?
Bro, I'm not trying to take your focus away from this, but I think that he is trying to get into the weeds of it, really
black and
deep
white of
in
it.
detail. It's not the black and white of it, because if you
Sure
were
it is.
looking at it holistically, all right, then you would know that the tax cuts for the middle class aren't permanent, but the tax
They
cuts
aren't.
for
They aren't permanent.
For the
they-
corporations are permanent.
No, I
Are
agree with
Well,
Erica.
she didn't say anything
Erica is
about the
on- Wait,
corporation.
she's trending.
I was about to
Hey,
say they
let
are
her speak.
permanent,
Let her speak.
and
She's
what-
trending. She's trending. Erica, yeah, you're trending.
what's happening is that with Trump's tax plan, it overall benefits the wealthy and corporations, not the middle class, as has been stated before, and is furthering the wealth gap. What I sent Santana from the Center on Budget and Policy Priorities is the testimony. It says right at the top, the testimony of Samantha Jacoby. She's a senior tax legal analyst, and this was her testimony before the Senate Committee on the Budget. The article was printed May 17th, 2023.
Thank you.
You can find it at
Thank you.
cbpp.org.
Erica, and that's what I was getting at. Thank you.
Yeah.
So now
Mhm.
when I
And
ask
you
him a
can
question
crash too.
after you finish, Erica, I'm sorry.
Yeah. So
No,
just
you're
type in
fine.
TCJ.
Wait, no,
space
wait,
Congress.
no,
okay, hold on.
It should be
let's not do-
the, it should
yeah,
be the
that's-
third one.
we're-
They have a PDF.
But let's not
you know
do
what?
that. Let's
Yeah.
not do this. Let's not do this. Let's ask you a question now. Do you understand what she just said?
Yeah, she quoted a piece of like an article as a means to just
Okay, let
dismantle
me ask you a question
the
then. So I'm gonna
TCJA,
go further. I'm gonna
but
go further
then
with
negates
this.
the law itself. I don't know. I
Okay,
don't find that to be
I'm
intuitive.
gonna go further with this. I ask you again: are you a business owner?
No.
No, you're not a business owner, right? I am.
Nice.
And my accountant told me during that tax policy that I need to change my business structure because the tax credit I would have gotten would not exist. So my accountant restructured my business into S corp so I can get the tax benefit. So I'm not saying the benefit does not exist, but the thing that you're doing is shenanigans because you got no benefit from it.
Yeah, were you
Then
not an
why
S
are
corp
you
before
for
that?
it? Huh?
Were you not an S corp before that?
No, I was not.
Yeah, so then you becoming a corporation would increase or decrease your tax liability
No, 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 no,
to
no,
like
no,
a
Okay,
no,
all
no,
right,
stagger
hold on,
rate.
hold
no,
on. So
no,
this
no,
is
no,
this is what I want to do.
no, no, no.
Sounds beneficial.
Let's take a whole step back because there is a couple of things that I want to call out, and even more so, I think Erica kind of hit it dead on the head. Right, we're getting very deep into the weeds, and it kind of feels like you're saying that you're using this specific point in his tax code to justify the vote. Which, if that's what you're saying, I can respect that. But I mean, I feel like at this point, like, yes, was Donald Trump's tax plan beneficial to some people in some ways? Yes, but to the majority of people, in total amount, was it beneficial? No, right? And so I don't want to stay in the weeds of this, and plus also I want to get to some of the other people on the panel, and also choice. I know it's got to be more than just the specific tax code, TCJ, whatever. Why you're voting for Trump? So let's do this. First and foremost, let me acknowledge the new person on the panel, Crypto. Crypto, how are you?
Good. How you doing?
Good. And Crypto, are you a Trump supporter or a Harris supporter?
Harris supporter.
Okay, perfect.
I just kind of wanted to come up just to say something real quick, and then I got to take off. But
Okay.
About the tax thing, like, you guys are totally correct that it was the middle class tax cuts were not permanent. The only tax cuts were the corporations and the wealthy people. Those people are permanent. And then to see what actually happened when, actually living through what happened when the tax cuts actually happened and the corporations got paid. Because at that time I was working for a Fortune 500 company, and that company took that money that they got from taxes, which they put in an email and sent it to everybody in the company, and told us that they were going to do stock buybacks with that money that they did. And then a couple months after that, they laid off hundreds of people after they got a tax cut and gave their stockholders stock buybacks, which made their stock go up more. And then they turned around and laid off hundreds of employees, not just hundreds of employees. So, it did not help everybody. It honestly, it hurt a lot of people in that time. So don't think that just because something says that in some fine print somewhere in the tax code that it actually helped everybody, because it didn't.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Perfect. Thank you for that. And I think that underlines and really underscores exactly what we said, and even more so, there's literally proof that overall Trump's tax plan has not been beneficial for the everyday American, but it has been super beneficial for the upper class and also corporations. But let's do this because I want to expand this more. And I also want to involve more people on the panel as well. Choice, outside of this very specific point within the tax plan, what else about Donald Trump makes you want to vote for him?
I mean, this would just be like his previous, grounding the previous support, but then it would just be like the furtherance of the tax policy.
Yeah, no.
Like
outside of
the proposals,
outside of the tax policy. Is there nothing else that you can say, oh, I like this about Donald Trump, or I support? So I'll give you an example, right? I really do like Kamala Harris' idea around expanding the child tax, the tax credit, right? That's something I really like. But I also like the idea around helping new business owners with the $50,000. Thank you for the heart, me. And then also, I really like the fact that she is willing to sign the border bill, right? The border bill that was actually shot down. So, yeah, I mean, I can key in on one specific thing that I like, but there's more than one reason for me to vote for her. So, do you have more than one reason to vote for Donald Trump, or is it just this one thing?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not too concerned with much else, honestly. Border doesn't really bother me, so like the two biggest issues. I'm not too concerned with the like Ukraine or Israel struggles at this current moment.
Got it. So the only thing that matters to you is this tax plan.
Yeah, I think that's really the only thing I can wish for in a president is some.
Okay.
Some
So
tax
let
cuts.
me ask you this question as a. Hey, hold on one second, Mississippi. Go on mute for me just a few moments, friend, and then I'll introduce you, and then we can go from there. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you. So I guess my question would be, and actually, Mississippi, I see it's Mississippi for Trump 24. So this is perfect, right? I want to go to choice, but then I want to come to Mississippi and kind of follow up with this. So choice, knowing that okay, you're locked in on the possibility of the tax plan, which again I can respect that, right? I can definitely respect
Choice,
that.
can you hear me?
I can only see like 4 people, and then I can see the host, and I can hear the host. I can hear you. I can hear Kennedy, and I can hear Tina, I think. But that's about it. Someone was talking. I could. Oh, my bad.
Yeah,
I
I'm
couldn't
here.
hear anyone else.
I'm listening. I'm just not saying anything.
Yeah.
Like
I think it was no. I think it was just people that's coming in, and sometimes the TikToks act kind of funny. So,
Okay, I just want to make sure because he
I
said
was
something
just
in the chat.
respecting. I was just respecting the host. The host said he want to go around, so we respectfully listen to the host and respect him.
Yeah. No, we're good. Choice. So, are you willing to put the desire to have a tax plan implemented over the possible ramifications of other things that could be lost? Like, not only has establishing Donald Trump for his first term put conservative Supreme Court justices in place specifically to overturn Roe, and so it caused women to lose bodily autonomy. But now he's talking about like mass deportation, which you already made a eloquent statement about how immigrants benefit the economy. Are you willing to overlook all of the other ramifications to validate this one thing that you're really excited about?
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with how Trump plans on deporting people and what he really means by that. Nor is J.D. Vance either. I mean, the debate tonight wasn't really clear on what he means. If he's just getting rid of everyone or getting rid of criminals, it just didn't seem like we knew. So it would just depend on the issue, honestly. Like I'm super against like both candidates for their views on Israel. Like that bothers me significantly. But there's nothing I could really do about that. The love of Israel is going to come with just the American system, unfortunately.
Okay, interesting. Mississippi, what about you? Why are you supporting Donald Trump?
Well, I have to back up choice on the tax plan, but also I'd like to say on the deportation part that he clearly states, both Vance and Trump clearly states that they want to get rid of the criminals first and then worry about the families or whatever. If they're vetted, okay, fine, y'all stay, whatever. And also on the issue over the lake, which I mean over the ocean, Atlantic Ocean, if for those that's a little slow, but for that issue, I mean, yeah, Israel has a fundamental right to defend themselves, and that's fine with me. They can defend themselves all they want, but we leave all that over there. We need to take care of ourselves.
Can I say something about that?
Yeah.
One time.
Perfect. Give me 1 second, Mississippi. Go ahead, the rooster.
You know, I was in the Army for 30 years, all active duty. And it's a lot of
Thank
people
you for
be
your
talking.
service, brother.
Hey, I appreciate you. A lot of people be talking and they really think they know what's going on when it comes to the political arena when you're talking about the military and the fighting they're doing. Um, in case some of y'all don't know, we have been at war longer than some of y'all think. We
Oh
always
yeah.
have somebody on ground that the normal. And when I got out, I had a little rank, right? And
Mister,
and,
correct me if I'm wrong.
Hold,
If I'm
hold,
wrong.
hold on, hold on
and
1 second. Hold on
and
1 second,
and,
Mississippi.
War.
Let Mississippi hold on
and,
1 second. Let the rooster finish, please.
and when I tell you we always have somebody on ground, it's the facts. I know this. And when I left the military, I had a top secret clearance, so I knew all that. And so a lot of things that be going on that the average civilian, they can only go by what they see on social media. And half of the time, the social media is not right about what's going on over there. So you got to realize that it was treaties and all kind of other stuff signed in reference to us being partnered with a whole bunch of folks. And that's the reason why that stuff goes down like that. And a lot of people just do not have no idea. And I tell you, the impact of social media have people's minds going here and going there when they really do not know.
Yeah, no, I think that a lot of people don't necessarily understand what it takes to even maintain peace, but also the moral authority that the United States tries to stand on. And if we're gonna quote unquote, be the example, then we have to make sure that we do those things that we say that we stand for. So I think that's interesting. But I want to come back to Tiana for a minute. So Tiana, I know you when I originally spoke, you wanted to hang out and hear about the tax conversation. Did you have something that you wanted to add to the conversation now, or where did you want to go with it?
I don't really talk about tax and stuff because I'm 19.
No, not the taxes, but just the conversation as a whole.
Can I ask you?
Huh?
I wanted to ask you what part of the debate, because I know you said you wanted to talk about the debate. What part of the debate stuck out to you? Like, what did you hear that made you either concerned or happy or energized? What did you hear?
So first of all, I feel like JD Vance did really great with lines. If I went in and not knowing like my information and stuff, I would have been like on JD Vance's side because he's such a great liar. Like it's so scary how well he lies. And I was fact checking. I'm like, I was trying to not be very loud because I am in my dorm room, but I was like, you're lying, and I'm tired of hearing about your family. And
What
so,
did he lie about?
Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Let her finish her statement.
For real question, what did he lie about?
Well, he lied about a lot of different things, but we'll get to that in a minute, Mississippi. Let her finish her statement, please.
And what was I saying? Oh, what really made me angry is that he kept calling immigrants aliens, and that's like I'm writing a paper about racism and Christianity, and when Tim Walz quoted the scripture, it really made me happy because a lot of these MAGA people, they claim that they're Christians, but they're like hating and talking down on immigrants. And the 3Ks, if you know what I mean, the 3Ks also have the same talking points back in the day that MAGA has now about immigrants and how the 3Ks thought about black people. So they're using immigrants, they're trying to scare the people, trying to make immigrants look bad, and white male are the ones that are pupilling up schools, and we don't talk about that enough. And Tim Walz brought up that they keep blaming immigrants for things. So that part really, really stuck out. I didn't really care about the reproductive. I didn't care about the reproductive part. It was kind of a little uncomfortable. Kamala Harris did great about it. Tim Walz, he started off nervous, but I feel like he got comfortable, and I just wanted him to be himself and just do the facts. Just be himself and bring out the facts. And he did that at the kind of probably in the second, third question, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I agree. He did start off real kind of shaky and nervous and unsure, and it did get better as he went on. I saw the same thing.
You had me. I feel this was such a great debate. I mean, even though JD Vance is a ASS, he, I don't know. He's such a, I don't know. I feel bad for his wife. Cause he just, I don't know. He is so good. Like, yeah, he was so good.
Slippery.
He's just so good. And it was so crazy. But Tim Walz, it was such a good debate. They answered the question, even though the other side lied about their answer. They both answered the question. Not really though. Yeah. But I was all over my room. I was trying to keep it together because these walls are not very thin, but pretty thin. So yeah, I think Tim Walz did pretty good.
No, I definitely, I think that you could definitely tell how nervous he was. But then I think there was a whole point that was made as far as like the difference in who they were speaking to, right? And how they were speaking, where JD Vance was using a lot of fear mongering. Because one of my friends, he texted me, he was like, yeah, JD Vance is talking about China, and Tim Walz is talking about farmers. And I said, yeah, well, that's because JD Vance is calling out the boogeyman, and Tim Walz is trying to speak to everyday Americans. So I think that was a huge difference in what you saw in the debate. And also, I mean, again, I said this at the top of the conversation. If you don't know who JD Vance is, JD Vance is a chameleon. He is not dumb. He might be weird. He might not know how to order donuts, but he is not dumb, and he is willing to say and do whatever is necessary at that moment. Donald Trump is a useful idiot. Yeah.
He's a chameleon.
No, Donald Trump is a useful idiot. JD Vance is a slippery snake. There's a difference. But no, Tiana, thank you so much for coming up and sharing some of your thoughts about the debate with us.
Bed.
Okay, you get some rest.
Thank you. Morning.
All right, I appreciate you so much. Have a good one.
My problem with JD, the thing that got me though, and this is where Walz really just knocked it out of the park for me, is when he asked JD Vance very clearly, did Trump win the 2020 election?
Yeah, he couldn't answer.
Very clearly. And JD Vance did not answer that question. All he said is, I'm looking to the future. Yeah. And at that point, it's like, okay, well, how can we go to the future when we don't have a shared reality?
Yep.
Wait, did we lose both of our Trump supporters?
We did, and so that's why I'm going around.
Because I wanted to ask them, like, hey, what do you think of that?
Mississippi got upset because he had to wait his turn to talk. He thought that
they do not like waiting their turn.
No, he thought that he had the right to actually jump in and overtalk everybody, and that's not the case. Real quick, guys, we are at 104,000 likes. I set a goal for 150,000 likes by the top of the hour, so we still need 46,000 likes in the next 6 minutes. So let's tap. Or you guys can go ahead and start subbing now. You can either tap or you can sub at the top of the hour. If we don't hit the 150, we're gonna go to sub only. I want to kind of go around and have these conversations now, and then also again for the people who support Donald Trump, please come up. Let's have a conversation. We want to talk about it. I promise you, I'm not going to let anybody get you. There are no boogeymen up on the panel. My mentor, my
Except for
brother.
me.
Exactly. I know you wanted to get an opportunity to chime in, and so I wanted to make sure I gave you a time to speak. I know you wanted to have join the conversation, and then the two original people that we had have gone. So I wanted to still give you the floor.
Yeah, I watched the whole debate, and there's a couple things that stuck out to me. Vance was debating better, I thought, but he was lying the whole time. So yeah, it's easier to debate better when you're lying. So Walls was just being himself, in my opinion, and spoke nothing but facts about himself and what he did in his own state and about what the campaign is going to be. And so the other thing I thought was interesting was the ableist thing that Van said, when he talked about pew-pews and that, what about these mentally, and it's like, man, and what did Wall say? Just because you have mental health doesn't mean you can't. And it's like, I have mental health, and it's like, doesn't mean that I, shouldn't be able to do that. And I just thought that was really, really telling in my mind, because this country has a mental health problem. And so, and then on top of that, Wall's son is autistic. So it's a real slap in the face, in my opinion, and really just disrespectful to Walls and to America, to me. I just, they're very, they're very passive sometimes. And then, Vance obviously handled himself better than Trump. And that's honestly what bothers me the most is they hit on every lie that they keep on selling. So to the people that support him, he looks amazing right now because he did. He held his composure. He did. And they're going to be like, oh, look at all the facts that he dropped. Well, all the facts that he dropped weren't facts, And that's the part that discouraged me, because it gave the illusion of a policy. It gave the illusion of things. Anybody who knows anything knows the first 2 years of Trump's presidency was Obama. Like, get out of here. And then as soon as it was really Trump's, went so bad it's not even funny. And then Biden comes in and in 4 years does more than 8. Most presidents do an 8 and brings the economy back up. And it's historically, Republicans bring it down and Democrats bring it up. And in the data that I've seen, I start basically at Reaganomics, because that's what Trump is selling now. The whole getting the factions back and doing all these things, in my opinion, is just getting control of people. Because if you have them under your thumb, meaning you have them working and doing all these things, you got to go with the times. Industry's changing, and they're trying to, I don't know, I look at it a lot different than most. And if you get a longer view or a wider lens, and you understand how education was started by Rockefeller and how we are programmed in this country to serve a higher in regards to corporations and stuff like that. I mean, the whole thing that we're in has been pulled over our eyes. So when you, I don't know, it's like if you believe the lies that people are telling you, then you got to wonder, and it's kind of like, for me, a lot of times too, is a lot of these people with Trump, they don't even know the definitions to come to the table, Like, you have to explain so many things. And I'm not saying that I'm the most educated person, but I go to places like here and other places and I learn. And I know the truth. And it's just funny because I'm like, man, he's doing so well. And, just basically lying through it, but keeping his. And I thought Walls, based on everything he said, he made very clear all the intentions of the presidency that they're going to have. And hopefully, my hope is just that anybody who has any kind of, I don't know, but that they realize what's really happening. Because if Trump ends up it's they how people don't see what's happening.
Yeah.
And
No.
how many times the democracy has turned into a dictatorship. They don't think that'll happen, and that's how most of the time it happens.
Yeah, I
So
completely agree with
Exactly.
that.
yeah. So anyway, I thought Walls did better for people who know what's going on. But otherwise, Vance, based on the debate rules, if you will, did better with his lies. So I
Yeah.
don't know. It was interesting, very interesting, very interesting.
Yeah.
So
No.
I'll leave it at that.
Okay.
You
No.
know, I'll leave
I
it.
was.
I
So
know.
No.
what
Plus,
lies? What type
I'm
of
Hold on.
lies were
Hold
you
on. Hold
talking
on.
about?
Hold on. Hold on. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second.
I just
Hold on. Hold on. 1 second. Guys, so it is the top of the hour, and we did not make it to 150,000 likes, so I have put it on sub only. Let's tap, tap, tap the screen, share the live out.
Tapping.
You can sub, and you can get back in the club, and you can
Hey,
keep talking, or
guys, we're only at 43 shares and we've been doing this for about 2 hours. Come on, do y'all love us or nah? Like, share the live, tap, 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 please. I beg. We appreciate your support. You know that. We want you to stay engaged, and you staying engaged helps us stay on the FYP. So please keep tapping. Santana has his cowboy hat, so you know he loves those. So when you send one, you're gonna get a howdy cowboy. Isn't that what you say?
oh wait, that's not
I'm,
what I
I'm,
say,
I'm
but I
gonna be
got it.
honest. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I prefer lives that don't just sit back and grift like this. That's fucking stupid.
You can think that. It's okay.
Peace.
Goodbye. Peace.
About to
All
say
right. We
say
are
what?
trying to stay on the FYP so we can have
Yeah,
engagement here.
he hurt
Yeah,
my feelings.
yeah.
I know, right?
Thank,
Like, you'll
thank,
be all
thank you for
right.
coming, Liam.
Thank you. Appreciate you. Don't let the
Later,
door hit
D.
you when
Is
the
it?
good Lord
Is that
split
what's
you.
his name? I don't even know his name.
I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. I still saw Liam, and no, Liam is up here.
Oh,
I was literally, I
oh,
was just about
sorry.
to come to them. I
Oh,
apologize. No,
see, I misunderstood.
yeah, no worries. Liam, how are you, my friend?
I'm pretty good at this point. Am I the only Trump supporter on the panel?
Maybe, but we're about to do this. Give me 1 second. My mentor, I appreciate you coming up, my brother.
I mean, that's fine with me. I'm
Yeah,
not. I'm
man.
not looking for help or anything. I just was seeing if there was anybody else
Yeah,
around.
no, we do want to level set, and I do want to kind of cycle a
No,
few
I don't.
people
That's
out as
fine.
well.
I don't need to. I don't need to wait. I can talk to you guys. I wanted to talk about the debate a little bit tonight. I wanted to touch on a couple of things,
Okay.
if you don't mind. But
Yeah, give me 1 second. I'm
go
gonna give you
ahead.
the floor. Kennedy, I appreciate you coming up as well, my brother. I'm gonna drop you down for now.
Thank you, Mr. Kennedy. Have a great night.
I want to say hello to Brian. I've been in a couple lives
Have a
with
great
Brian.
night.
Brian's a very respectful person. So
Oh yeah, yeah. I like
Hello.
Brian. Okay, Liam, let's give you the floor first. Yeah, because I've asked this question to a couple of different people. What did you think about the debate?
I thought that the men carried themselves very well. I think the two of them proved that they were a great choice for their running mates. I think that the TikTok Democrats have been talking about
Thank you
how
for the subscription, John.
Vance is a weirdo, and I think that he really hit home. I think I have to fact check everything that they both said, but I think in a whole, I almost wouldn't call it. I mean, I want to call it a win for Vance because I'm a Trump guy, but I think that it was very close. I don't think anyone's going to come out of that and go, what a victory that was for that person. I don't think that's going to be the case at all.
Yeah, listen, Liam, you literally said the same thing that I was thinking and I've been saying. And so I'll even tell you this. So the first thing that I did, and I did this after the Kamala Harris Donald Trump debate, right? The first thing I did was went to Fox News, right? Because I wanted to know what they thought and what they said. And you know, with not only Fox News but like CNN and MSNBC, like everybody has biases, and there's certain people on there that's supposed to be like down the middle, and there are certain people that's supposed to be far left or far right or whatever. And the people, for the most part, except there was one guy, I can't remember what his name is, but everybody else was like, it's pretty much what we expected. It wasn't anything groundbreaking, nothing that's going to make me say I'm going to vote for Trump or I'm going to vote for Kamala. But it was basically what you said, and that's pretty much what I felt. So let me take this to one other spot real quick, Liam.
Sure.
What are your overall thoughts about JD Vance, especially because you stated, you're a Trump guy, and I've asked this question to people before, but like, what are your thoughts overall about Vance?
I mean, I think they're similar to Waltz. I think that the men have pulled themselves up by their bootstraps. They've paved ways for their families. That they're successful. I think they present themselves with conviction and grace, and they both talk very well. I think that they're. I don't know what else to say. I don't really want to put down on either one of the men. I think they're great. I think that Vance was very weak on, and I believe the terrible stuff that has happened at the border. I think that's a great talking point, and I think that Vance didn't push hard enough on that. But in return, I think that the January 6th thing, I think that Waltz came at that pretty darn strong, but they were still very respectful to each other. I think that there's a lot of talking points that weren't addressed. I think that with Harris running for president, I think that for not even being present for the Lankford bill for 4 months, not even being part of that at all,
partner.
I think that was terrible on her part, especially if she's going to be running the country as the head of everything. And I think that the narrative that's being pushed that Donald Trump is the one that shut down the greatest Lankford border bill. The narrative that's being pushed is a lie as well, because Lankford himself stated that it wasn't just Donald Trump that opposed the bill. So there's just I don't know if you've listened to Lankford on the floor speaking about the bill, but it's indeed, when you look at it in depth, they just couldn't get bipartisanship. But getting back to what happened tonight, I really liked that those two men showed that they would help each other benefit this country through the work that they would do, whether they lost or won the election. I really believe that they are going to do that. So I thought it was pretty great.
Yeah, that was a funny thing to me, in which, I mean, that's how politics should be, in a sense, whether they were genuine or not when they said it, but they were saying that, like, oh, I actually agree with you on this, but, Donald Trump doesn't, or I actually agree with you on this, but Kamala Harris doesn't. And that was like the interesting thing to me. Let me kick it over to Josh for a second. Josh, how are you, my brother?
Hey, Santana. Hey, Erica. How you guys are doing today?
Hey, Josh. I'm doing well. How are you, love?
I'm doing great after watching this debate.
Yeah.
Reason why I say that, because I think what was interesting tonight, that it was a normal debate, and I haven't. We have been in. I mean, I'm not trying to talk bad about Trump, because I can do that, but since he's came down those escalator, that gold escalator, we've just been in this very interesting, hyper polarized, crazy rhetoric, and I can give on both sides and say that it's been both sides at times, but I mean, every debate that he's been in has been very explosive, and a lot of crazy things has been said, and your tempers are flared up, and both sides come out of it upset at what he said or what she said or he said. And this was a normal debate. This is what political, conversation and debate should be in America, where you're not trying to, cut out the other person's neck all night and just hit home every point. Something I wrote down for both candidates tonight, I wrote cringe, the very first word, because it seems like both of them tried to come out of the gate trying to hit on those introduction, points, and I don't like scripted stuff like that. That's why I'm going to say Kamala and Donald is much better at, like, that's why they're at the top of the ticket, because they don't, when they talk, it doesn't really seem scripted, and someone probably can argue and say, no, she sounds scripted. No, they are both the better politicians than both of these. But JD is a great debater, and I think the fear that people have for Donald is very relevant, but I don't know if you guys agree. I think JD Vance is probably more scarier than Trump, because the fact that we know what he has said, we know his ideology prior to Trump, and here comes the Project 2025. He wrote the Ford. He's now on the ticket, and he's completely, changed his mindset towards this man, and now he's smarter than Trump. So I think he's more dangerous, and so I love the
So
debate, but he's more of the threat for sure.
yeah, let me say, well, before I say anything, guys, for those that can actually talk in the chat, let's put W's in the chat for Steven. W's in the chat for Steven. Steven donated $25 to our daily donation. So, guys, we still have $125 left in our daily donation goal. It's 128 of us in here. If everybody sent $1, we would just knock this right out, right? So, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, it's Santana24J. All my pay links in the bio, and please don't forget about Erica, guys. As soon as we get up to 150,000 likes, we can turn the chat back on, and I know people want to talk. I know they want to talk. So let's tap the screen and get up to 150,000 likes. Josh, listen, something you said, and I completely agree, and I said this at the top. In my opinion, and Liam, I want you to tell me, Liam, tell me if you think that I'm off base about this. But I think that JD Vance is more dangerous than Donald Trump, just because Donald Trump is a bit of a wild card, and maybe he will, maybe he won't. But JD Vance will, without question, fall in line and do what he's told. Do you think that I'm wrong with the sentiment, at least, of thinking that JD Vance is willing to fall in line and do whatever he's told?
I think that Donald Trump is not going to be swayed or pushed around by anyone. He's already shown that. So it doesn't really matter what Vance's agenda is, as in, Agenda 47 or Project 2025, okay? But it really doesn't matter. At the end of the day, these people are in support of maybe invoking an amendment that puts them in power and this and that. Okay, so we know who the president is, who the presidents are that are running potentially. These people are just kind of showing that what their support is going to look like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not going to push back on that at all, because I feel like you and I have very similar opinions when it comes to the vice presidents overall, as far as like what they are or what they aren't. So, okay, cool. So let me do this real quick, because I want to make sure I get to Brian next, and also Kelly has been on the panel. And holy smokes, guys, massive W's in the chat for ZB. ZB just added $40 to the daily donation goal.
You're under $100.
$40. Yes, massive W's in the chat. So ZB said thank you. No, ZB, thank you. I don't understand what you're thanking me for. Thank you. I really appreciate that, guys. So yeah, no, we are now officially, what is that, $85 away from our daily donation goal. So yeah, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, links in the bio. If you're enjoying the live and you want to help support the live, keep it going. Santana24J, everything is accepted, anything is appreciated. Also, big shout outs to Brian. Brian just subbed, so we hit our sub goal. Like, we are rolling. All we need now is like another another 20, not even 23, 23,000 likes, and then we can open the chat back up, because I know people want to talk. Jay, how are you? I'm sorry, go ahead, Erica.
Well, I wanted to speak to the like JD Vance being dangerous. He's like the Manchurian candidate.
Yeah.
So one thing that he said, and Walls called him out on it. He called Trump America's Schmittler. And that's a very strong thing to say about someone, and then to turn around and then be in cahoots with them and run as their vice president. Like, this man literally will do whatever it takes to get into power. And he is going to push that agenda. And we can't act like we haven't seen a vice president pull the strings of the president before. Most of us up here were, if not in high school, we were grown when Bush Jr. was president, and we saw how Cheney ran things. So it is possible for the vice president to be in control of things. So we can't act like this is all new and that it can't happen, because it can. Yeah, so
Yeah, no, I completely
Trump
agree.
doesn't scare me. JD Vance does, though.
Yeah,
He's
I
something.
think
But
they're.
you guys, isn't that just a little bit of fear mongering? Because we could walk around and say that Obama is potentially running the country for a third term, and that's just a talking point. Okay, Donald Trump has already showed with Pence that he wasn't going to be pushed around in any which way. Okay, so
Well, hold on.
It was
So
literally just to get the Christian vote. Like, he was just to get that vote.
hold on one second. Well, I kind of want to clarify this, Liam, because I want to make sure you don't. It's not that I think that that JD Vance is going to tell Donald Trump what to do or anything like that. But what I am saying is, and this is just being honest, first and foremost, I don't
Yes,
wish
baby.
any ill will on anyone, right? But Donald Trump is older, right? So literally the thought process even more so has to be, what if Donald Trump can't complete his first term for presidency for any reason? And that's more so my thought process. Not that he's gonna. I think you and I are on the same page. I don't think necessarily people are gonna. Donald Trump might be swayed, but I don't think anybody's gonna tell him what to do. But I think that with the whole point is, if there's a situation where for some reason JD Vance has to take over, I think people would tell JD Vance what to do, and he would do it.
that's what I'm going to agree with you on that. I think that if you have concerns about Vance not being forthright in everything he says, and I mean, that's opposition to where you guys are going to vote, and you think that Trump is not going to make it health-wise for a full term, 4 years. I guess they call it a half term, right? Full term is 8 years, right? I think that those are good fears and stuff. So I get that. I understand that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a good point.
And that's really it. Just because I think they're different in their own ways. It's just how JD Vance was quote unquote brought up. Let me just do this real quick. Jay, how are you?
Hello. Hello.
Hey Jay, how are you this evening?
You good?
Good. And Jay, just to verify, are you a Kamala Harris supporter or a Donald Trump supporter?
Harris.
Okay, perfect. And Kelly, I think we've talked before, haven't we?
Yes, we have.
Okay, I still want to make sure I level set though. Are you a Donald Trump supporter or a Kamala Harris supporter?
Definitely Kamala Harris.
Okay, perfect. And so, TJ, my brother, did you see when Omega, like when you first came up, Omega told you to be good tonight?
I don't really listen to people. I follow. If anybody has ever noticed, I follow the beat of my own drum. So,
Yeah, you do.
So I'm sorry if somebody's offended tonight. I don't really care.
Yeah. Okay.
This is social media, guys. This is not real life.
Got it. Thank you, TJ. And Brian, it's been a while. I know I've been trying to get you back up, but every time you pop up, the panel's kind of going, and then by the time I get ready to come back to you, you're gone. So I want to give you the floor. Thank you for hanging out. How are you?
Oh yeah, sorry. I'm on a different time zone on the mainland, but I'm good. Yeah, I just wanted to chime in about the debates.
Yeah, go right ahead.
So, I mean, yeah, for me it was fine. I do wish that Waltz was just a little more tougher and a little more aggressive on JD Vance, because I feel like he got away too much regarding the Haitian migrants. He really should have hammered in on that and exposed it as being a racist lie. I wish he would have also hinted, told him that he didn't answer, but I don't think he did, about supporting a national paid family leave or paid family sick leave. I think the question was. He didn't really
Right.
answer it. So I really wish that he could have just called him out on it. Because I guess I love Tim Waltz, but I guess the flaw for him is he's just a little too nice, just a little too nice.
Yeah, no, listen. Someone said that, in which that's absolutely true. Like that's not who he is. And even more so, someone was making the point that, like, he admitted to the Harris campaign, like, I'm not a good debater. Like, that's not what I do. I'm super nervous, and I think the nerves mixed with the fact that Tim Waltz is very much an everyday man, right? And he's not someone that's going to sit there and go back and forth in those debates. I think that's why it was a little bit more tougher for him. But yeah, you're absolutely right. I think that he missed a lot of opportunities.
Yeah,
Is it
Santana,
that
I'm sorry.
Tim? Is it just maybe so that Tim Walz is just old school debater, where he can get his point across without having to hit below the belt, or take on a tone of assertiveness, or anything like that? Because honestly, he reminded me of John McCain, and I know a lot of people don't. I like John McCain. All right. I really like John McCain. And that's who Tim Walz reminded me of tonight. John McCain debating, when he was debating Bush, doing a Republican debate, I want to say in 2004. I think I want to say 2004, or it was, yeah. So that's who he reminded me of. And I'm totally okay with that. But I think since since Trump has been on the scene, we're so used to politicians being nasty to each other, trying to say the meanest things to each other, in a smart way, that with Tim Walz just, sticking to facts and answering questions is like, oh, he could have been, he could have said this, he could have hit harder on that. No, dude, he stuck to the facts. That's just my opinion. I know we're all entitled to one. I love saying that. But he reminded me of the old school politicians that I miss. That's it.
Well, they
I
call it
kind of I
Minnesota
agree.
nice for a
Yeah, I agree
reason.
with that. Yeah, I agree. I agree with what you just said, because like it says it seems old school, just like that, old fashioned. We're gonna disagree, but we act civil as we disagree. Yeah,
Exactly.
it's not like I disagree. Well, yeah, well, they're eating people in Guantanamo Bay. I'm like, wait, what? Where'd that come from? Wait, what'd you say?
And can I
Yes.
piggyback off of that? Because that's
Well, hold
where
on, hold on.
Josh.
Let me
Okay.
say one thing real quick, and I'm sorry, and I'm gonna give it back to you, Josh. But guys, we are only at 130,000 likes. I don't know what's going on right now, but we're struggling to get to 150,000 likes to turn the chat back on. For anybody that's listening, that's not sub, you can either sub and be a part of the conversation, or you can tap the screen and we can get up to another 20,000 likes and we can turn the chat back on. But let's tap the screen. Let's get the 20,000 additional likes. Once we get to 150,000 likes, we'll turn the chat back on. I want everybody to be engaged in the conversation, but we can't because we're not there. It's been moving super slow. I'm sorry, Josh. I'm gonna give it to you, and then I want to kind of so Josh, I'll give it to you. But then I want to hear from Kelly, and then I want to Liam, hold on to this question because I want to know this from you. I want to know how do you feel the same in the sense of Tim Waltz, you has that same type of approach that John McCain has. But hold on to that because I want to know your thoughts. But Josh, and then Kelly, then Liam.
Thank you, Santana. Yeah, I was going to just agree with Erica. I mean, that's where like Josh Shapiro or Pete Buttigieg would have been much more able to be that attack monster on that stage. But Kamala Harris didn't want that, right? She wanted to. If you notice how Kamala engages with people, it's not a nasty tone, even though she may be critical of you. It's not an attack dog type of way that others like Pete Buttigieg or Josh Shapiro would have been. This is why Tim Walz is so appealing to her, and why she felt like he could be a partner, because he's not going to be in rooms and basements making plans without her. So I completely agree with you, and it did give me contrast to John McCain, and that's the type of politician that I think we want all of our politicians to aspire to be. So you literally hit that right on the head of that direct contrast.
Yeah. And like TJ said, I just honestly miss the days where politicians could disagree and shake hands and that would be the end of it. Now it seems like if you disagree, you hate each other. It's so polarizing. I think you said that, Josh. It's very, very polarizing. And quite frankly, I'm tired of it. But yeah, so
Yeah.
I miss the days of John McCain. I said it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you. It's because like it seems like to me like these days with debating on live stages, it's turned to like more of a TikTok debate. More like, hey,
Yeah.
how you doing? Oh yeah, your mama. Well, my mama. Well, you don't know my mama. And it gets weird. It gets weird, real
Facts.
fast. And you're like, okay, I don't think we should be saying that on TikTok, but okay. But it's saying it's like real life. Trump has brought that element of TikTok arguments to the point where I hear it almost every day. That style of argument, like, yeah, well, these people are trying to take your jobs, and the more outrageous, the better, because we after we fact check them, but we don't fact check on TikTok. Let's be honest. But after you fact check, you find it's a
I
lie.
be trying.
But what you already said is out there. So once it's out there, it's out. I mean, a lie travels faster than the truth, as we all know. So if I say Erica has a fifth toe in her eyebrow, everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, she does it," and then by the time you look at me, no, you know, all kinds of lies and stuff. So that's just, to me, that's what that element of Trumpness has happened. It's like we're not used to a civilized conversation. We're more used to like a TikTok conversation where it turns into name calling, going to people's houses,
Yeah.
and all that witness.
Yep. No. So let me go to. I'm gonna go to Kelly, but you know what? I haven't read this article. I just want to say this real quick. So it just popped up on my phone from Politico. It said it was a very Midwestern debate and Vance won. I can't push back on that. I mean, I got to read this article and see what it says for sure, but I can't really push back on it. Kelly, the floor is yours.
I want to say about Walls being kinder. I think it has a lot to do with him being a teacher. You learn how to talk to all kinds of unruly students, and you have to keep a level head about you. So I think that's where it comes from. And he's just nice. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think that has a lot to do with it. I mean, I think, again, it goes back to him just being an everyday person, right? He seems like a genuine person, and everyone who said this, like, apparently the first time Joe Biden met Tim Walz, he fell in love with him, and like everyone, if you're not necessarily going up against him at the moment, no matter if you're Republican or Democrat or even independent, you are often someone who likes him. So, that's a thing.
Yeah. I also want to, this is a side note, but the last time I was in your live, I had asked y'all about dealing with my family that are deep into MAGA. And I decided what was best for me was to cut them out, because it just got to where it was name calling, and I just didn't need it, and I feel better for doing it, and I'm a lot
I remember you now.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, protect your peace.
Hey. Thank you, Erica. Thank you, Santana.
Absolutely. Yeah. Hey, Liam, let me ask you, do you have that issue at all? You being a Trump supporter, do you have like family who is, Democrats or a Harris supporter or anything like that?
So I'm one of four brothers. And to be honest with you, my oldest brother, I'm the second eldest. Him and I don't even see eye to eye as far as like, it's just a lot of other reasons, but I would say politically we see the same way.
Mm-hmm.
So you cannot, you can fall out of a relationship with someone outside of your political views, okay, for sure. So I would say yes, all of my brothers and I lean the same way. I'm just one of four brothers. I would say my mother and father. My mom kind of is. My mom kind of jumps all over the place. My dad was he was a Navy SEAL in Vietnam and stuff. So he kind of opened my eyes to what's going on with our country and stuff.
Right.
But I don't want to go monologue. I kind of wanted to touch a little bit on, if it's okay with you guys, indulge me. I wanted to touch on if you think that Harris has any
Alright, partner.
responsibility for the problems we're having at the border or not.
Okay. Jay, would you like to take that question, or do you want to open it up to anybody else on the panel?
I can pass. I'm not too I'm kind of knowledgeable, but I don't want to say something wrong.
Okay, no worries. Brian, would you like to take that question?
Yes, I would. Just to make sure I heard it right, you asked if you think Harris has
Can you turn
any.
your back, Brian? Can you turn your background down?
Yeah, I was just about to say
Yeah, I was
there's
gonna say
noise
that.
in the background.
I will restate. I will restate my question if you want me to.
Yes, if you can. Just want to make sure I heard
Also,
you. I
let
heard you
me
right.
just say this real quick again, guys. The likes are moving super slow. We're at 138,000. Like, we just need 12,000 more. It's like we're on life support here tonight. Keep tapping, and once we get to 50,000 likes, we'll open it up. But I'm sorry. Go ahead, Liam.
So I said, do you think that the Vice President of the United States, the second highest position you can hold in office, has any responsibility at the border and the problems that we've been having in our country with border security?
You know what I find weird about this question? Though, before if I mind, I'll just go real quick and I'll let Brian respond. You know, I find this question what I find weird about this question is even as a kid, when I was a kid, a long time ago, we've always had border issues. We've been having border issues since even when Trump was in office, and we even denied. There's proof. We have proof out there. I don't have time to argue. That's fine. So we'll be trying to place the responsibility on the person. Number one, I never known a vice president to have that kind of responsibility for a border. It's kind of crazy to me that we asked that question of a vice president, but Joe Biden hasn't never been asked about that question. Even the evil one I call him, who was Bush's second Bush's vice president was never asked these questions. But I just find it funny how this particular person all of a sudden is being asked about border policy when she was just a vice president. I just find that very suspicious.
Yeah.
Well, you just because. So let me address it real quick, Brian. Then you can jump into it. So I think that's very disingenuous, actually, because if you don't listen, finding camaraderie, bipartisan, whatever, we have to take some fault within our administration if there is an issue, a security issue, or whatever it is. I believe that Waltz and Vance still stated in their debate that they were even taking responsibility. Vance stated at one point, he was like, could we have done things better under Donald Trump and the 4 years he ran? Yes, we could have. And I think Waltz stated that as well. If you completely deflect that Harris has no responsibility for the security of this country, then what is her position at all?
Okay, Brian,
So-
can you take that?
So yeah. So again, I mean, I do agree with TJ. Like, I mean, she has no more responsibility than the past vice presidents have had. This border crisis that the right has, I wouldn't say they made it up, but they made it a bigger deal than it actually is. What we know now is that over 50% of crossings have decreased since October of last year. It's ticked up and down, fluctuated, but for the most part, it has gone down. This migrant crime wave that the right likes to talk about there is no such thing, and we know that crime overall is down. And if you want to talk about those individual cities, well, there's some studies actually that show even in those individual cities, like DC, Chicago, LA, etc. Most of them have gone down as well, at least for the nonviolent crimes. But going back to the immigration border thing, again, I don't really see what the right is arguing about, because again, we had a chance to do it and Trump blocked it. At this point, it really
true.
is.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second, Liam. Hold on a second.
It is very true. Trump. We had the possibility of passing the most right-wing immigration bill in modern history, which I disagreed with. But hey, if Republicans wanted to have everything they wanted, and Democrats didn't really have anything they wanted in their bill, then they would have passed it. And we have audio from and video from Fox News, even interviewing the senator Langford, I think is his name, literally asking him, because he was saying that it sounds like you're being nice to your colleagues, but the real reality is that Trump was the one that blocked this because he wanted to run on this.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay, so I need
Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second, Liam, because I want to say something, and I think I'm about to surprise a lot of people with what I'm going to say. I definitely know I'm going to surprise Erica. I'm pretty sure I'm going to surprise everyone that's listening, but I kind of agree with Liam a little bit. I think that Kamala Harris does have, some account to take for the border, but not in the sense of her being the border czar or anything like that. I really feel like what TJ said makes my answer valid, right? It's the fact that we've had an issue with the border, and we've been figuring out, like, how do we secure the border for forever, right? And so I think it's more so, instead of saying it's one person, I think that it's the entire political system that we've been dealing with for years and years and years. And I think that there's a need to come together and get a resolution, because the way that our current system set up is crap. Now, you can say that, again, to Brian's point, there was the most aggressive and even conservative possible legislation that was rolled out, and it was shot down. And you could say, well, that squarely, blame squarely goes on to Donald Trump, in which, I personally agree with that as well. But at the end of the day, I'm going to say that, yes, Kamala Harris has a role to play in what we're dealing with the border, but so does Donald Trump, J.D. Vance, because he's a senator, everybody that's a part of the political system. Now, some people play more of a role than that, but I think that everybody has a piece of that pie.
So Jones, if you would give me the honor, I would appreciate it. I think this is a very big topic that we should be talking about. Thank you so much. Mm-hmm. So Senator Langford is the one that put forth this bill. All right, we all know this. All right, and the big talking point was, it's not true, but everyone says that Donald Trump is the one that shot down the bill. That's not completely true either. He did get pushed back, and he did not want it to pass, yes, but he was not the only one. But this is why I really love that you are trying to find bipartisan, me and your whole panel right here. And I hope that your panel sees that, because I would like to play something real quick for everyone from Senator Langford.
Hold on.
Okay, listen, real quick before I play it. On the floor where he presented the bill in front of Congress, I want to play an actual talking point just right now for everyone. Just to take a second. Give me the floor just for a second, everybody. If you can mute up, give it to me. This is from his.
Okay, well, this is what we do. Liam, you can go ahead and play it, but then I want to go to Ren, so Ren can respond, and then take it from there.
Okay, so let me know if you can hear it.
We're in a quorum call.
We are not, Senator.
Madam President, it being a topic of conversation for the past month and a half or so, and a lot of political conversations about immigration and the border. I want to be able to come to this body and to say immigration issues are still in it. But there's been a lot of rewriting of what actually has happened in the past year and all the negotiations. Vice President Harris made a comment publicly just a few weeks ago where she said, "Let me be clear. After decades in law enforcement, I know the importance of safety and security, especially at our border. Last year, Joe and I brought together Democrats and conservative Republicans to write the strongest border bill in decades." I mean, no respect to the vice president, but we had 4 months of negotiations. She neither initiated those negotiations nor participated in a single second of those negotiations.
Okay, I will stop right there. Did everyone hear that?
Yep.
Did everyone hear that?
Yep.
Okay,
absolutely.
so she stated out of her mouth that she and Joe pulled everybody together to put forth this most conservative bill. She never spent 1 second from 4 months in front of this debate, this group of people trying to figure this out, okay? So that was completely disingenuous of her. So I think you and I see more eye to eye. We want this country to be safe and prosperous. And these people, listen, I'm not happy with what's going on both
okay,
sides.
hold on one second, Liam. Hold on one second, Liam. Bones, did you want to do a mod thing or you want to participate?
Oh, I just came to do my thing and to say what's up real quick.
Okay. You sound really low, like your volume's low.
Can you
I
hear
thought you
me?
were trying to do a Barry White thing. I was going to do it too. I was going to do right
No,
with
this
it.
is just my voice. I know that. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you sound a little bit better.
What's up, Bone?
What's up, man? How you doing?
We good, man.
Nah, my head is killing me. So.
Oh.
Yeah. So my head is doing me in right now.
She's showing off your hat, Bone.
Hold on one second, Liam. Bone has to do a mod thing. 1 second. Go ahead, Bone.
Nah, I was just gonna say, y'all be careful with the ableism in the chat. All right. Just think about what you're saying, even if you feel you're on the right side. Watch the words you're saying when you're trying to say that something about someone who's saying something you don't like. All right. No reason to be bringing in terms that have been used as insults towards people who have mental disabilities and things like that. All right, y'all. That's all I wanted to say. Really, wasn't a lot of people, but I saw a couple people. You know, I haven't been in here long because I just came from the vibe room.
The vibe room.
And like as soon as I came in, I saw it, and I'm quite sure the person was like championing for something they believe in. But you know, if you're going to champion and feel you're going to be on the right side, then you know, just be a little bit better about using terms that have been used to marginalize, oppress, and dehumanize those with mental health problems and mental and other able people. All right, that's all I wanted to say. And I want to say what's up, man.
Yeah, what's happening? And I was about to say, you picked the perfect time to come up because they finally hit 150K. So now the actual chat is back on. So now people can talk. So please keep that in mind now that it's just more than subs. So yeah, and also, hold on a second, let me get this off. Also, perfect timing as well, because Bone, do you notice anything?
No, I see your background. I can't see nothing else. Hey.
I literally have been waiting. I haven't drawn any attention. You see this, guys? This is a Santana Jones hoodie. So, for everyone who is in the Discord, I dropped a new logo that was created by yours truly, Bone, the streetwear creator, right? So if you're in the Discord, you saw it earlier, but I have this dope hoodie. I got some sweatpants. I got a hat coming, all the other good stuff. So I just had to give a special shout out to my brother. It is amazing. I love it so much. The material is great. The design is perfect. Also, I need to get Erica a hat because she won. She won.
winning hats.
Yeah, she won the guessing game that I had in the chat. So if you could send me a invoice for that, but we need to get her a hat.
And she won the hat that she was showing off. To,
Yes, she did.
In my vibe room.
Which I'm really jealous about that one though. I'm a little sad.
By the way, y'all, he sold it short. All right, he got 2 caps. He got 2 premium sweatsuits, fully logoed up. And no, we didn't sit down and have a discussion about the logo. I said, listen, man, I see what you're trying to do. So I want to help you out, my brother.
Yeah.
And so I just hooked him up. I know he likes sports. I asked him 3 questions. And from those 3 questions, I created something that I knew he would love. That's just what I do. But that's it, y'all. I'm going to get out of the way. Y'all get back to the discussion. My bad, Ren. Hi, Ren. How you doing?
Howdy, partner.
Ren? And, hey, Ren.
Can I ask you something?
All right, brother. I'll catch you later. All right, brother. I'll just make sure you okay. So,
yeah, I'm okay, y'all. This is something I have to deal with. I'm a combat vet myself, not as far back as Vietnam like my dad. I'm also a prior teams guy, and due to some head trauma things, I have a head thing
No, it's not a migraine. No, it's not a headache. It's its
Thank
own
you for your service.
weird little thing. No, no, thank you, please. Please,
All
don't
right,
nobody,
all right, bro.
please, nobody thank me for my service.
No, I was trying to get deep as you, so I can know you, because I'm trying to match your deep energy, because we both with the deep voice thing, and I'm just thinking, I was trying to out deep voice you, and you winning, but I'm still gonna try to win still.
Well, hey, competition is a healthy thing.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna get out of the way, y'all.
I
My bad. I
appreciate you,
didn't mean to
Bones.
take up that much time.
No
Much
worries.
love, y'all.
No worries. Thank
Have
you,
a
my
great
brother.
night.
I'll be listening though. Much love.
All right, so Liam, do you want to kind of recap what you were saying before we hand it off to Ren to let her respond to the video that you played for us?
I don't know. I mean, I think if you guys remember what was kind of said in that video, listen, Donald Trump has said a lot of things that you could play video after video after video and clip of the shit that man has said, and it's just going to make him look like an absolute fool. Okay, I get that, and I'm not trying to pull anything up to discredit anybody. I'm just saying, kind of tonight at the debate, that was a point of contention that I don't think Vance really addressed and really dug home on. And I do believe that she has some responsibility for everything that happens within this country because she's been the vice president. Okay, she has to hold some accountability, and I believe that we all misspeak. But as far as what she said about Biden and I putting forth a bill that Donald Trump blocked, as Langford said, she didn't spend 1 second being part of that bill. So that was a complete lie.
Hey, Liam, what about what I said? What do you think about what I said? Because I pushed it past what you said. So do you think that, are you putting it squarely on, Kamala Harris, or do you think that, Donald Trump and also everyone else has a role to play in that, basically based off of the point that TJ brought up?
Absolutely, I do. I believe that Trump has a play in that. He's on the floor. He has a vote. Okay, I believe that Biden. I don't even know what to say about Biden, but he should be part of it as well. Whoever's there has to play some responsibility in this. Yeah, fixing the problem. It's really at this point. I think what we're getting at is I don't care whose fault it is. Fix the damn problem. Okay.
But you were just ready to put it all on Kamala.
No, I'm not. I'm not just saying that. I'm just saying that.
But you've mentioned her name several times.
What I stated, starting this out, TJ, is what I said. Does she have any responsibility? And pretty much everyone has said no, except for the host. Okay, and that's why I pulled out that.
No,
clip.
I said she did.
And I think that it gives credibility to the host for actually, without me playing that clip, where the host is like, yes, I do believe she has some form of responsibility.
Hold on.
I'm very sure that we all
Now, I'm going to push back. I'm going to push back on both Liam and you, Santana, because what this sounds like to me is misogynoir. And I'm going to tell you why. Because why is it that now, as TJ stated, the border has been a problem. This is not a new problem. But now all of a sudden that we have this woman in a position, trying to get this position of power, now we want to say how it's her responsibility that the border is messed up. Have you ever heard of the stating the glass cliff, where when a company is about to go under, they'll bring a woman in, because if it goes under, they can blame the woman. But if it gets better, then they can be like, oh, look at us. We brought a woman in. Yay.
Okay, so can I address that?
Hold on. Wait 1 second.
Let me finish, please, Liam. So I understand that the United States as a system is a problem.
That
period.
part.
We can all agree that it was built on a rotten foundation. Y'all, let's just call it what it is. It was built off the backs of Black bodies and indigenous lives. It was. So we have to be honest about that. The foundation is crud. And since the foundation is crud, then the system as a whole is broken. So the border is broken. That we have to all own that.
Yep.
Period. It's not individual people. So to
Absolutely.
blame it all on Kamala is disingenuous and reeks of misogynoir. It
And
does.
hold on, just to Ren, just to make sure I level set. I agree 1,000% with you. That's what I was saying. Not that it's on her, but the system as a whole, and the fact that she's been a part of the system is what's to blame. So when I say she has a part in it, she does. I think
Because she's
every
part of the
politician
system.
exactly, but I'm not
Because
putting
she's
any
part of the
specific
system.
blame on her. Now, there are certain people that I would put specific blame on, but I'm not putting any specific blame on her for where we are at the border. It is the system. So you and I completely agree with
I
that.
mean, if we're gonna blame anybody, then let's start looking at the CIA and the other things. Like, if we don't have a conversation, let's have a conversation. Well, we
It,
probably
it,
can't have it on TikTok,
Hey,
but
it'll be like me, like if in a football game, and at the end of the game when we lost, like, hey, what happened out there? Well, Santana uh, uh, dropped the ball several times, but
Mm-hmm.
we as a team lost.
Mm-hmm.
But Santana, if we think about it, when Santana dropped the ball, we started going back. But Santana did a whole other thing, like he
Yeah.
dropped the ball,
Yeah.
or he ran the wrong route. But we as a team
But
lost.
let's not
Can I,
talk
can I
about the
play a
missed blocks, or let's not talk about the yeah,
Exactly.
I agree. I'm
can I play
sorry.
some can I play
It's like
something?
when you keep on repeating the name, and I'm not trying to say I'm the most intelligent man in the world, but we used to keep repeating the name. You repeating that name for a reason, and you're not if you're not placing blame on her, you will say, well, the administration period. But you
Yeah.
keep on pointing out that one name and keep on saying
Brian is going to play what I wanted to say,
Well,
Santana. So I'm just so glad you had him on this panel.
okay, hold on one second, because I don't want to miss Kelly. Brian, I'll come to you next, but I know Kelly had a question for Liam specifically, and she put it in the chat a while ago. So I want Kelly to be able to ask Liam her question, and then Brian, we'll come right back to you, my friend. Okay?
My
Okay.
question is, Liam, if we magically fix the border, then what are y'all going to run on? Because it's always the immigrants are the boogeyman. So if it gets fixed, what are y'all going to hang your hat on? What's the next boogeyman?
amen.
Okay, so can you hear me?
Yeah,
And
we can
I've
hear
seen
you.
you in several different lives, so I remember you. So yeah, go ahead.
Liam, are you famous?
Oh yeah, big
Apparently,
time.
I guess so.
Listen, let me
You
just
know
say
what the
this.
funny thing is? The funny thing is, I'm up on this panel. I try to bring the receipts. I try to have a little civil back and forth, and I get no love on this panel
Hold
at all.
on. Liam, you jumped me. I was just about to say, people were saying, oh, Liam this, Liam that. And I was like, well, listen, he's been good so far. I don't have an issue with him. This has just been
He
us
always
having a
starts off
You
conversation.
nice.
said it. You said it. So Jones, you said it straight up. I match energy. I come in here and I feed off of your energy. You got a great panel. Everybody's respectful. And I think if they're not respectful, you most likely kick their ass out of here. So
Like you do in everybody else's life.
Okay.
Just saying.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna be quiet now.
Hold on. Okay.
I mean, I can start matching energy, Kelly, if you want to.
No offense, Santana, I'm getting kind of appalled, but he's trying to use like the good black excuse. Like you want a good one.
Oh, Liam, did you call me one of the good ones?
That's what it sounds like to me. It's almost like you
Okay,
want the good
that-
one. You
that-
Hate me for calling you one of the good ones. There we go. Whatever that means.
Well, this just got real strange.
Yeah, it just kind of turned for a second.
What the hell does one of
That's
the
how
good
it
ones mean?
does.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. Let's take a step back. Kelly, what was your question again? Okay, your question was
What else are they going to run on?
Let me think. Trump's security of this country didn't just start at the border, Kelly. It started at travel bans for people coming into this country. That was also due to people coming here on visas, and when their visas ran out, not returning, okay, and becoming actual citizens of this country, but just hiding out for decades. So it was more than just putting travel bans on Muslims like everyone likes to talk about. So Trump was trying to secure this country, in many, many more ways than just one. Also, Trump was for peace, as we've obviously seen with his foreign affairs. Maybe in his rhetoric against the Democratic Party, maybe he's not so peaceful. But as far as peace in the Middle East, pulling out of Afghanistan, there's a lot of things that Trump did that you cannot refute, okay? Even Waltz himself did not tear down everything that Trump accomplished. That is
let me do that, please.
Yeah, hold on. We're coming back to you, but go ahead and finish what you're saying, Liam.
I'm fine. Go ahead, Kelly. I mean, if you had anything else to say, I don't want to keep speaking.
No. I think Brian wanted to.
Brian's been waiting. Brian, be careful also if you play a video. I was going to play a video, but TikTok does
Did you
not
get flagged?
like when you, yes.
Yeah.
TikTok does not like when you play videos. That's why I played the audio.
It'll be worth it.
It's worth it to the owner that was live to draw down?
Yeah, be careful. You can play the audio, but we don't necessarily want to play the video. I had to tell my co-host that the other day.
Liam.
Okay, I'll just play the audio.
The travel ban that he did, were they not on all Muslim countries?
No.
What other countries did he ban from traveling here?
7 different countries, and no, they weren't all Muslim countries.
Why only 7?
Because that's where him and his administration found that there was a threat to our national security, whether it was people overstaying their visas or whether there were H groups wanting to come in and all kinds of stuff. I don't know. I'm not within our government, but I'll tell you what, if there was going to be something like but if there was going to be something like 9/11 that happened and potentially that threat was extinguished,
that's not true.
Okay, then I'm fine with a travel ban. No problem.
So
Hold on. Erica has the floor. Go ahead, Erica.
I'm sorry, Erica.
So with the travel ban, Liam, you lie. It was directed towards predominantly Muslim countries. It was Iran, Iraq, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, Syria, and Yemen.
Hey, Erica, there's one like country that you left out and you didn't say on the list, and it's not on the list, and I'm wondering if you know why though. Why isn't Saudi Arabia on the list?
Because they're his buddies.
How so?
Because he's always making deals with them. And do we want to talk about the oil deal? Do we want to talk about that? Like, that's what Trump does. Like, you can talk about it, Santana, but I just want to say that Kelly is right. Like, he did literally a Muslim ban, and he also suspended the resettlement of Syrian refugees, because remember when they were coming over to the United States due to the I think it was the Civil War over there, they were coming here, and he suspended that. He stopped it. So, yeah, I have a headache. I'm sorry. That's why I turned my camera off. But yeah, he definitely did a Muslim ban. So you can't say that it wasn't targeted towards a specific group of people. It was.
I also have another question for the panel. Now, I've been in life for about 48 years, and all my 48 years, there's never been peace in the Middle East. Never.
That's true.
Not one bit. So I'm trying to find this fantasy time where there was actually peace, a peaceful time in the Middle East, whether it be Iraq, invading Iran, or Kuwait, or Iran invading Kuwait, or things happening in Israel, between Israel and Beirut, between Israel and the many people they go at. I'm just trying to find out this magical time where it was so peaceful and quiet.
It was probably around the same time America was great again.
Yeah, okay, that's like I kind of figured that. Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. That's out now.
Hold on one second, because I wanna say one quick thing, and then I want to introduce the new guest to the panel. Real quick. We can say what it was or wasn't. You can say travel ban or whatever, but like I had to double check this video real quick. Donald Trump specifically said it himself that he's calling for a ban of all Muslims entering the country. So it's not a travel ban, it was a Muslim ban. He didn't say a ban from people from these countries. he said all Muslims, and then he started to leave some people off the actual list. So, I mean, we can talk about whether it was a travel ban or what. No, he specifically said it out of his own mouth. He was targeting Muslims in this ban.
Alternative facts.
What religion were the men that drove the planes into the towers?
Where did the men that drove the planes into the tower come from? Where were they?
Did we invade Iraq, or did we invade Afghanistan, or did we invade Saudi Arabia? Which one did we invade?
That's exactly where I was going, Brian. Oh, that's what I was just about to ask, Brian.
That is literally the question.
Is that what my question? Is that what my question was?
But listen, you were about to say, okay, they're Muslim, but if following your train of thought, right, following your logic, why didn't we go to the place that they were at? Why didn't we go to where they were at, and instead we went to the place where the oil was?
Why didn't we ban, and the Muslim ban, why didn't we ban the place where those 9/11 people came from?
You asked me a question, host.
Hold on a second. Let me ask you this question, Liam.
The host just asked me a question. Which question let me answer?
I want you to answer Ren, and then I still want to introduce Ken as well. So, but go ahead, Ren.
Our questions piggyback off of each other because you said Saudi Arabia, the people that rode the planes into the buildings,
hijacked the planes. Yes.
Whatever language you would like to use, I'm fine with that.
I don't think that any of us are debating 9/11, right?
Yeah,
like we all agree on 9/11, right?
Whatever language you want to use.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
I just want to know if they rode the planes or they hijacked them and actually used them as
crashed the planes. They crashed the planes into those buildings.
Oh, they used them as weapons, as bombs. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, let her finish.
TikTok friendly language, Liam.
That's why I'm trying to use my words carefully because you don't know what flags what. So, where were they from? Where were the people that did that?
I didn't make the argument telling you where they're from. I asked you what belief they were of.
Hold on.
Why does that matter?
But okay, so because they were Muslims, but they were from Saudi Arabia, but we did a Muslim ban, but didn't include Saudi Arabia.
So you were working.
That makes sense.
You were working within government, and you knew where there was a possible threat, and you're just gonna talk about he did that because he's racist, or is that what is your point?
Hey, Santana, I have a question. The largest terrorist act in the history of America was done by Timothy McVeigh. Was he Muslim?
No, he was not.
By the way, I still want to play the video from earlier.
Yeah. Okay, hold on, because we're getting away. Hold on, let me just introduce Ken, real quick. How are you, my friend?
Hello.
Good. Ken, just to level set before we go over to Brian, are you a Donald Trump supporter or a Kamala Harris supporter?
I'm a Kamala Harris supporter.
Okay. All right, perfect. Give me 1 second. Brian, I apologize, my friend. Go ahead.
It's okay. So this is a Fox News interview with Langford, and this was in April of this year. And I'm just playing this just to prove how full of shit Langford is.
Oh, yeah. I forgot that we were even there.
I know you're not trying to zing your colleagues, but it's your colleagues in your party, sir, who torpedoed this, who didn't get the facts right on what you just outlined was in that measure. They killed it. Ironically, not Democrats.
Right. It was painful to be able to watch it. Got stirred up in all the presidential politics, and several of my colleagues started looking for ways. After President Trump said, don't fix anything, but during the presidential election, it's the single biggest issue during the election. Don't resolve this. We'll resolve it next year. Quite a few of my colleagues backed up, looked for a reason to be able to shoot against it, and then walked away. I get that. That's a decision everybody makes in it. My issue is if we're pursuing everything, we very often end up with nothing. If we're pursuing someone coming later to fix it, later seems to never come. When we have a moment to fix things, we should fix as many things as we can then come back later and fix the rest.
That's on Donald Trump, Senator.
Again, he's got an office that he's running for. He's got a campaign that he's running. I'm already in office. I've got a responsibility to be able to carry on this. I think everybody cares about the future of the country. President Trump has a bigger picture of a lot of other issues he's looking for. If we have a President Biden again, this never gets any better. And I think President Trump sees this as a moment that if this gets fixed, then maybe a few people don't vote. And then we have a whole host of other issues in the future. Again.
So it's on Trump, Senator. It's on Trump. and he didn't deny it.
Liam, did you want to respond to that?
Yeah, sure. I would love to respond to that. Brian, you just pulled up a video of Lankford talking to a news reporter, correct?
On Fox News, yes.
Yeah. I just pulled up Senator Lankford standing on the floor where he presented the border bill in front of his peers. And you're going to talk to me about him talking on a news network. And you're going to do a comparison. You want me to pull up the video and show you exactly where he's standing?
How does that make that?
Wait.
How does that make?
One second. And E, I'm going to come to you, but I just got to say this. Liam, you don't really have a leg to stand on that one, my friend. And the only reason I say that is because that interview that that Brian played was an open, honest interview that he had. When he stood on the floor and made that statement, it was a political setting after Kamala Harris had made the statements that she made. And at the end of the day, Lankford is a Republican who wants Donald Trump back in office. And so, of course, he's not going to say anything in opposition. Plus, you talk about the time difference in between those two videos. We've gotten further away from that bill. And now you have the Democratic Party using this as, cannon fodder or whatever, not cannon fodder, but using this as ammo to actually make their point. And so, of course, he should push back because that's his party and he wants to get his party reelected. So that's a little bit different.
So Jones, listen to me real quick. I did not bring up, this is a different talking point, okay, for sure. But in that interview that I just brought up, that video of Lankford, if I go further into detail on that, in one point of it, he says Donald Trump did not want to pass the bill. Okay, he states that. I can play it for you again. But later on, towards the later part of the interview, he says, don't get it twisted. In so many words, he says Donald Trump is not the only reason that
Senator James Lankford,
bill did not go through. Okay, there are many other people that voted against it. All right? So I'm saying, let's stay factual in saying Donald Trump is the one that caused this bill to not go through. We've already seen that the Republican Party, a majority of it, does not side with Donald Trump. Okay? That's all. These are my points. My point is, what I stated when I first started was Harris herself spoke out of both sides of her mouth. Okay? She said, myself and Biden put forth a bill and presented it. And then Lankford says she did not spend 1 second on the floor for 4 months of this bill being argued.
Okay.
That was my point.
All right, 1 second. Erica, go ahead.
Oh, no, I think I found it. I was just trying to see which came first, the speech or what he said on the Senate floor or this interview with Fox. Mm-hmm. And honestly, I think the interview, Brian, was your interview called Lankford on Fox News, Border Crisis?
Yeah, the interview came first and then the speech came afterwards.
And so what I'm thinking is that and the speech was May 16th. So I'm thinking he had a little talking to, so he changed up his tone and had to perform like Santana said. That's all I wanted to know. But I do know that Ken wanted to talk to Liam.
Can you wait a second? Hang on. Let me address that. Would you be more inclined to speak the truth in a court of law or on Fox or CNN, a network?
Hold on. So you're saying that Lankford would lie on national TV and to the American audience? Are you saying that that's?
I think that he's part of our government and our swamp.
So I mean, sure. Then if that's the case, then maybe we should stop voting Republican.
I think that maybe we should stop voting Democrat and Republican.
Maybe you might have a point, but
my question is, Liam, why won't you concede on this particular point? This particular point is just saying that Donald Trump decided he has the power. Like, You act like he does not really have the power over the Republican Party. That party is unified behind this man. And when he does not want something or he does want something, they fall in line. Key example. JD Vance is now backing him. Everything that he said negatively, that's now turned around. Lindsey Graham talked bad about him. He's now in line. Marco Rubio talked bad about him. He's now in line. This dude is powerful. He has withstand 34 felony convictions, grape allegations, every other thing that he has done, and he is still in power.
Civilly
He has
liable.
power.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hold on one second, because I want to get to Ken. Let me just say this real quick before I hand it off to Ken, because he's been waiting patiently here. Guys, we are at 162,000 likes. Our nightly goal is 250,000. So let's tap the screen, share the live out. Give me a follow if you haven't done so. Give Erica a follow. We still have $85 left in our daily donation goal. So Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all my links are in the Patreon. If you enjoyed this the live and you want to keep it going, the best way to support is through that. It's Santana24J. Everything is accepted. Anything is appreciated. Don't forget about Erica. You can help get her like some aspirin or something, because I know her head's hurting. So don't forget about her. Also subs. If you want to sub, you get access to a weekly kick. For the sub, you get access to Fast Pass. If you want to come to the panel and talk, you get access to an amazing Discord and a bunch of emotes and all that good stuff. So tap the screen. Let's keep it moving. Share out all that good stuff. Ken, you had did you have a question for Lynn, or did you? I'm sorry, for Liam, or did you want to just ask the question in general?
I did. Thank you. Liam, I need to know, did you ever serve?
Myself, I did not know.
Okay. Host.
I wanted to, but I was kind of talked out of it by my father.
Right. Yeah, I hear it all the time. Stub pinky toe. I get it. Host, is there any direction that you want, or you want this to go into? Because I don't want to just throw something in and then we start spiraling or raising from there. So is there any
No, I mean, just as long as we keep it respectful. Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. As long as we keep it respectful, keep it very. Hold on. As long as we keep it very cutesy, very mindful, very demure. As long as we keep it respectful, we can go.
Well, okay. I don't understand how you were bringing up things about Harris, but Trump was asked tonight about what was brought up by Waltz with the TBI situation. You know, when Iran decided to launch boom booms outside of Al-Assad Air Base in Iraq, and people got TBIs from the impacts. And why did he double down on the headache thing when it was already proven that they had TBIs? Could you explain that?
I'm not exactly completely knowledgeable on that, so I would be talking out of my ass.
Okay, of course you are. Of course you aren't. Hey, if you guys want to, you can drop me from the panel. That's all I wanted to say. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Ken.
Well, thank you, Ken. Ken, hey, did you follow me and Erica?
Yeah, I followed you.
Okay, make sure you follow Erica. You got to get my co-host too.
Okay.
All right, I appreciate you, my brother.
You know what's funny? Ken comes up here and wants to dig into me and find my credibility. And I get that. I'm fine with that. I got thick skin. I am the son of a Navy SEAL veteran that served in Vietnam. I've met Jesse Ventura down in Coronado Island in California, where all the SEALs train. I've met CIA agents on base down there. I've all kinds of shit. This has nothing to do with me. However, I was talked out of enlisting. I was going to enlist. Wait a minute, please don't interrupt me. I was going to enlist.
Hold on one second.
Who wants to talk?
Hold on one second, Liam. Hold on one second, because Erica, that was Erica, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
That was Ren as well.
Well, yeah, but okay. So Erica's the co-host. She has more pull on this panel than me. Liam, I want to go ahead and give Erica the floor real quick.
Liam, my whole thing with people such as yourself who support Trump is that you speak so highly of the military, yet the person that you support consistently and constantly speaks down on the military. He literally, those men and women, those soldiers, they suffer traumatic brain injuries. All right, and he literally just calls them headaches. All right. He has called our veterans and those who are serving, he's called them suckers. The young man, I do apologize for not recalling his name right now, but I do
Ken?
know that he was, yes, the young black Marine, right? The one, the Marine that passed, and he told his wife
Oh,
he
no,
knew
no.
what he was getting into.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't even have to talk about what he said to John McCain because everyone in this chat, everyone on this panel knows what he said about John McCain. So how do you all continue to speak so highly? And when Bone got up here, you said thank you for your service. But do you really mean it? Because you support a man who literally looks down on and talks shit at every single chance he gets about those who are serving and have served. How do you reconcile that?
Army Sergeant
How do I reconcile that?
Johnson. Army Sergeant Johnson. That is who
Thank,
you're referring to.
thank you, Free. I appreciate it. Yes, like he literally told that man's wife. That man was killed in unalived in action, and he told his wife he knew what he was getting into. How do you reconcile Trump's disdain for our military?
Who was this?
And
Who
your
was, who
support?
was this that there was? Who was this that was unalived that he spoke to? His
David
wife?
Johnson, Sergeant David Johnson of the U.S. Army. Trump literally told Maisha Johnson, his wife, that while she was still in mourning, nonetheless, like within days of his body arriving, that he knew what he was getting into. He called and told her that.
That's what he said to her. That was the speech.
Yes, I've said it 3 times.
Hold on.
Free has said it.
One person
Listen,
at a time so we can
we're
hear.
not gonna keep repeating it because you know it. We don't have to keep saying it. We're telling you he said it. You easily can look it up if you want to.
No. I
Liam,
want you to play. I want you to play the clip. I don't want you to cherry pick.
he called her. You
Okay.
know, presidents typically will call the widow or widower. Conversation with them.
Yep.
That is what he did, and he told her this. It was reported by all the major news stations. Stop acting obtuse because you gon' piss me off, and I don't feel like being pissed off with a headache.
Is that part of the Gold Star members' families that invited him to the cemetery?
That ain't got nothing to do with that, and he was wrong for that too.
This happened
Answer the
while he was in
question.
office.
Does that have to do? Does it have anything to do with the?
Question.
Does it have anything to do with the Forever GI Bill that he passed
Bro.
under his
Bro.
administration?
Hey, hold on one second.
drop
Hold
him.
on one second. Hold on one second, Liam. Let's be direct with this.
I am being direct. Actions speak louder than words.
No,
okay?
Liam, come on.
No, they-
Hold on one second, guys. Liam, we've had really good discourse so far, and you've been pretty fair with answering questions. So can we get an answer to this one, please?
Dude, listen to me real quick. You think that we've had a good time here? That's great. Look at your panel. You have a solid group of people that love each other, gift each other. I bring opposition in here.
Hold on. I'm going to stop you for a second because I at no point have I let anyone quote unquote gang up on you or anything like that. Yes, you've been the solo Trump supporter up here at this time, but there's multiple times where we have multiple Trump supporters on the panel. I invite any and everyone to come up. And I'm not saying that I want anybody to gang up on you, but you're getting asked a specific question and we're looking for a specific answer. It's not about love or any of that. It's about actually answering the questions. Just like when you had a question, I asked them to specifically answer the question that you had as well. So that's what we're doing. We're finding that balance. So I'm asking you, can you please answer the question? I'm going to send you an invite to come off mute. The question. And I'm going to send you.
Oh.
Hold on. Yeah, he's coming back. There you go.
So the question that was asked of me by Erica is it how do I continue to find support for someone who hates the military? Is that basically what it is?
E, can
Is that a
you
yes?
can you verify? E, you're on mute.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm just coming off. Yes, that's pretty much it. How do you support someone who has such disdain for our military?
I don't believe that that's true, and I think that in most, if not all, of his speeches and the way that he talks about military, he talks about law enforcement and everything, and the things that he has done for our military. I don't think the man's perfect, but I definitely don't, by any means, I don't think that he thinks that the military are suckers or losers. So I believe that John McCain, I think what he said to him, I don't think the words that he said to him were by any means were right. I think the people were. I don't find him a winner because winners don't get captured or whatever he said. I think that Donald Trump thinks that he's funny to him a lot of times when he's probably mostly hurtful. You know, but I'm not voting for the person that's going to be the most sensitive in the office. Okay, I hope that answers your question.
Thank you, Liam.
I'm gonna go ahead. I was just say this and drop because it's the roundabout like tap dancing and everything else for me. It's getting on my nerves a little bit because it's like he's a terrible person, but I'm still gonna vote for him. He's been convicted 34 times, but I'm still gonna vote for him. He might not say all the perfect things, but I'm gonna still vote for him. And it's like, okay, then he might have a terrible policy, but I'm gonna still vote for him. It's always a but in the situation. He's a terrible president, but I'm still voting for him. It's like if he's all these things, why are you voting for him? And I wish you would just tell the truth. I mean, I believe in the truth. I don't want to. I just believe in the truth, and the truth is, some people in this country do not want to see a black woman president. And I wish we
that's
just
not me.
I wish we just stick to that thing, because honestly, that's all this boils down to. Because she's not only she's been one of the most qualified candidates for the presidency in our history. She has climbed the ladder, if you will, to get to this point where she is right now to become the dominant the Democrat nominee, and to use semantics and cherry pick is amazing. The amount of cherry picking in this whole conversation has been amazing to me, and I even let go of the good Negro talk, but I can't take that anymore. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go now before I lose my shit. So and plus this Benadryl started to work finally, so I'm going to go ahead and go off.
TJ, good night, my brother. I appreciate you for coming up.
Good night. I appreciate y'all. Have a wonderful night.
Absolutely.
May the night be kind to you.
Yeah. Hey, real quick, I want to get to Kay. Kay, I want to give you the floor real quick before we have any other conversations.
This is just my late night announcement that anyone who has subbed this evening or has not received a Discord link that is a sub, if you could send me a message so I can get you into the Discord so that you can see the resources that we have, I would greatly appreciate it. And that's all I have. Good talk.
Host, I'm gonna bounce out here real quick. I wanted to say thank you for having me up on the panel.
Yeah.
I'm not going.
Wanted to say something to you, Liam.
What's that?
And Liam, do you have time for one more question?
I will. I'll take a question.
Okay, real quick before you do that. W's in the chat for Kay, guys. Everybody, thank you. If you sub tonight and you have not reached out to Kay, make sure you reach out to her so you can get access to the Discord. And also, if you're still interested, I mean, we need 5 more subs to hit our next goal. So go ahead and subscribe, and you get access to the amazing Discord, to the weekly Fast Pass, to the weekly Kick, all that good stuff. So make sure you reach out to Kay to get the link to the Discord and all that good stuff. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Free.
Oh, hey Liam, if you want to go, it's totally fine. It's totally.
No, I mean, I can.
I don't have a question for you. I'm just going to give some ammo to everyone else. And if you feel like listening, by all means, listen.
I won't run. If you want to say something, state your piece. I'm
No,
not going
I
to
don't
run when
have
you're
anything
speaking.
to say to you. I don't. I really don't. It's more so just the narrative around this type of ideology of being patriotic, but offering to give your first check to the VA in which it never cashed. And so the VA had to expose the fact that Trump offered his first paycheck as president to the VA and it never got cashed. I'm just going to expose that Trump tried to take credit for the choice program, which was created in 2014 under the Obama administration. And then he tried to dismantle it through corporations and caused such a huge fuck up that we had to create the white line to correct our billing. I'm just going to correct this fact that the choice program then got split into 3 different other programs, which has created a billing nightmare for veterans. Now we get to go to 3 different separate entities for the same thing: Tri-West, Tri-East, and Choice, for the same freaking issue, just different elements of it, which has created a billing nightmare for vendors. I'm just going to point out the infinite fact that our payments for our GI Bill, our Chapter 31 education, were so delayed under the Trump administration, several of my colleagues had to drop out for 2 semesters. I'm just going to point out this point right here, that it was re-emphasized while the Trump administration was in office that fertility treatments were not going to be offered to single women who could afford it on their own, to anyone who was not married, and to anyone who was of the Rainbow Coalition, despite the fact that they're willing to go to the front line and take a pew-pew. I'm just going to make a very big point that it was under the Biden administration that our veteran benefits got expanded bigger than they ever have in history. I'm just going to point out that we received our biggest raise under the Biden administration for our disability checks and for the military standard pay and BHS, which is basic housing allowance. I'm just going to point out the fact that our fertility treatments got expanded under the Biden administration for not only just people who can produce their own junk, but for those who cannot, and to include those of the LGBTIQ plus or Rainbow Coalition community. Those are just some of the things. Forgot. Biden was the one who went in and got the check released and paid for that was supposed to go to the VA that never arrived. So I'm just saying, before someone wants to talk about the Ayatollah and Trump having a nice little chat about it being okay to drop kaboom booms on a barracks and then later on telling people that they can't claim it as a head injury, it was the Biden administration that changed that policy and allowed those Navy SEALs, who I also met and worked with at the Fisher House in Point Loma, that they could claim it under their VA benefits now and get help. It is also under the Biden administration that we have allowed more vets to receive help from private sector entities than we have in the beginning of the choice program. I don't know about you, but when a president of the United States makes negotiations with T leadership and T groups and puts more soldiers' lives at risk, such as Doha Agreement, which unalived some soldiers when they had to withdraw from Afghanistan, I don't see that as patriotic at all.
You know, before
I wasn't talking to you though, Liam. I told you specifically I wasn't talking to you.
I'm not talking to you.
Okay,
so
that's fine.
Well,
That's fine.
hold on one second. Let's Free, did you have anything else that you wanted to say about that?
Over.
All right. Thank you so much, Free. Free, I appreciate you coming up and spending some time with us.
Thank you, Free.
Liam, it's on you.
I thought that it kind of sucked that my dad was one of the heroes in war, sat and served under John Kerry, and a GI Bill before Donald Trump came in office was, I think it was 15 or 17 years you were eligible to access that bill for you and your family. And Donald Trump turned that to the forever GI Bill, so you and your family forever have access to that. I was never.
Hey, I don't think that's right, Liam.
That is correct.
Hold on one second.
Look it up.
That's not true. It's only the 9/11 that has become the forever GI Bill. See, this is why you need to enlist and educate yourself. There are 3 types of college payment that the VA offers or the military offers. There's the pre-9/11 GI Bill, which is the standard GI Bill that many of us got if you served and got out before 9/11. If you did reservist time, you might have been eligible for the post-9/11 GI Bill. Then there is the Chapter 31 bill that if you are a certain percentage of disability, you got a certain level of extended benefit for your college education. Now, let's be clear. Pre-9/11 GI Bill did not take in the cost of increase for colleges over the year and barely covers shit. The Chapter 31 will cover the majority of your bills, but you do have to qualify for a certain disability percentage, and it does not allow you to have certain degrees. It is very picky bill. That is the one I use to go all the way up almost to a JD. Wait. I'm giving it to you right now. The post 9/11 GI Bill is the one that got the forever on it. That is if you served in the military active duty once 9/11 happened. That is the one that got the forever. That is why a lot of veterans like myself, I'm only 45, right? I'm only 45. But guess what? It didn't take in consideration that maybe I had to do some life events taking care of my family or doing some other shit or creating a family myself in order for me to come back to it. So that one still expires within 15 years. There are 3 education programs under the military. And there's also a form of voc rehabilitation. Anything else you want to claim to know about that you never served on?
Yeah, no, and just the FYI, I literally just verified all of that on veterans.com. Speaking to the
So the forever GI Bill was not put into law under Donald Trump.
It was, but there's nuances to it. That's the point that Free was making.
I never. She just cut me off in the middle of my speaking, and then came up here like an authoritarian and started railing on me and cut me off, and you allowed that to happen. I stated that the forever GI Bill happened under Donald Trump. Did I not say that?
Well, no, you said that this was something that was yes, Erica. This is something that was put in place for everyone. That was you made a broad statement, and I said no, that's not true. And
I didn't even finish my statement.
Right, you did. You didn't finish your statement, but you made a broad statement that I cut off because your broad statement wasn't accurate. That's why I cut you off.
She came into the panel and started just talking and talking.
Hey, Liam, I said that's not true, and then I started looking it up. And you started talking, and I saw that she was requesting back up, and so I allowed her in. I cut you off and said that's not true because you made a broad statement. I'm not saying that you didn't have some facts in what you were saying, but what I'm saying is you painted the whole thing with a wide brush, saying that everybody qualifies.
You just allowed her to speak over me the whole time.
Liam, I'm sorry.
Try to make me.
Liam, I'm sorry.
That's enough.
Liam, I'm sorry.
No, that's enough.
What does he think this is?
That's enough.
We got to kowtow to his feelings? Like, be for real.
Yeah.
Well, he is partially right. I did rail on him. And you are 100% correct. He tried to paint it with a broad brush.
Mm-hmm.
But there was another point that I was going to make to him. And every comment he made was me, I. Mm-hmm. It was never about the collective. And that's a lot of the problem that we're running into, I believe.
We're not looking at things from a collective standpoint. Donald Trump, his rhetoric is very individual. You got to be scared of the migrants. You got to be scared of this. You got to be scared of that person. Protect your home. As if we don't all live in this country together. As if we don't all live on this earth together. So at what point do we start to think about everybody? What's the saying? Rising tides raises all ships, or something like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
I'm tired. Like, I'm getting so irritated with people thinking that we're supposed to worship politicians. And I feel like a lot of Trump supporters, they worship this man's personality.
He's a demigod to them.
Yeah, like, and I don't even get it. If I'm going to worship a demigod, he gonna have to look like Chris Hemsworth or something. Like, geez, Louise, I'm not gonna worship a demigod that's Trump. That's weird.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't get it. Why don't we? I mean, I'm feeling real Rodney King right now. Like, what? Can't we all just get along? Like this. That's just how I'm feeling.
Guys, everyone on the panel. I came in a little triggered from some comments from another room, which kind of got me on a stick up my ass. I'll own it.
That's okay.
And it was regard.
It all happens to us on both sides.
Yeah, I'm just really triggered tonight.
Yeah. Hey, I'm sorry. And I understand that.
Yeah, it was on some AB, IVF stuff, and I'm normally more eloquent with my words, so I'm gonna drop.
Yeah. No. Thank you, Free.
Thank
I
you for
appreciate
coming
you
up,
so
Free.
much. Omega, I wanted to give you the floor, my brother, and I was trying to figure out if you wanted to talk to Liam, and I shot you, but I didn't know if you wanted to talk to him.
No. I mean, he's made his position very clear. I have to give him props for not running like most of them do when they get hit with facts, because a lot of them run when they get hit with facts. But I was just gonna say, this is where we are as a country. A lot of people don't understand it or don't want to recognize it, but this really is about the soul of America. They see it as they're trying to get freedoms for themselves by suppressing other people's freedom. We see it as we want to everybody have access to freedom. And I mean, I guess it's over two ideologies of the idea of what freedom is to both all of us. Yeah, I have to make one thing clear to a lot of people in the comments, Trump supporters, our supporters. We're not allowing any disinformation or hateful rhetoric. I'm just gonna let y'all know that. I mean, we're not doing that. And so just keep it respectful. I mean, that's the whole thing up here, having civil discourse. Yeah, we might disagree and go back and forth sometimes, but just keep it civil. And I think that's what gravitates people to this live. The idea that they can speak their mind. And that's all we want people to do, speak their mind.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And then we hit them over the head with the truth. But yeah, that's the whole idea.
Absolutely. You know how we do, Omega.
Yeah.
And if you're not gonna stay in line, Omega's down in the chat keeping you in line.
I'll pull you
Omega's
back
like either you get down or you lay down.
Yeah.
I know. I appreciate that, my brother.
I mean, this was an interesting night. A lot of people came into the live. I saw we got for 1 second we got up to 200, and a lot of people wanted to come in and say their feelings about the debate, but they didn't want to wait.
Yep.
The thing is, I mean, let me know that we have to get tap to get Santana's live to the FYP on For You page. So that's why they do what they do when they shut up the live. I mean, they're trying to help their live get to the For You page where we can have these discourse with all these different ideologies and thoughts and feelings. So
Yeah.
you're not betraying your ideas for helping him get to the For You page. You're also giving yourself a chance to speak on why you feel like Trump is a good president. God help you. But anyway,
yeah, no.
that part.
Listen, I think healthy discord is important. I think I don't like having an echo chamber, and I do like being able to allow people to speak. And some you guys, I saw Eric, how you came on camera and then you dropped my own emotes on me when I said what I said. But I do believe in a balance, and yeah, I know. It is what it is. I mean, I stand on business, and then Ren tried to come for me, but I was like this is what I was saying. And then she said what I said.
I mean, I was about to text something in Discord, but I was like, okay. I was about to text you in real life, but I was like, okay.
I mean, I gotta,
I understood your point though.
Yeah,
it's the system, but while you were discussing the system, Liam was discussing Kamala.
Oh, yes. Hold on one second. Blake something said nobody cares what you think. Obviously you care what we think because you came in here to listen to us talk about what we think. If you didn't care what we think, you wouldn't be right here. You wouldn't be here right now at what? Almost 12 a.m. on the West Coast? Almost 3 a.m. on the East Coast? Stop it. You care, buddy. You care.
The fact is we care what everybody thinks. We might not agree, but we care and we want you to express it.
You say just scrolling. You cared enough to stop and put something in the chat.
Yep.
And you clicked in.
Exactly.
So
and you still here.
Cap. Yeah. All right. Ren, anything else from you?
I just want us to be mindful that
cutesy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and demure. I want us to remember, though, it's very easy to kind of get caught in the weeds of misogynoir.
Mm-hmm.
And especially with Kamala being a Black and Indian woman.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes it's, as a Black woman, and I'm just saying this and it's just something I'm noticing. As a Black woman, I am noticing that people tend to put a lot of responsibility on Black women.
Mm-hmm.
And it's almost as if Kamala has to be twice as good to get half as far.
10 times better.
Yeah, and and I want us to be mindful in our critiques of her, right? Because we should critique her. I am absolutely of the mind that if you don't critique your politicians, you are irresponsible.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. However, I want us to be mindful of how are we expecting more from her as the vice president, but nobody expected nothing from Pence. What did Pence do?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what did he do?
He caught a fly with his forehead.
That's it. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
And Bone just came up. I have a question for Bone though, because he said something in the comments.
Hold on, Blake. Either you can be put out of the club, or you can come up on the panel and give your opinion. I sent you a request. I don't want to hear what you have to say anymore in the chat. Apparently, you came in to hear what I had to say. So, Blake, you're the only one that still has a spot up here in the panel if you want to come up here and talk. Or you can start hating from outside of the club. Whatever. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
The question I had for Bone was he had put in the comments that level setting about the southern border not actually being a problem. And I wanted to know, with his expertise and knowledge about so many things, what that level set would be.
that level set would be to stop. Everybody was up here saying that the border was a problem and that it's been a problem for a long time, and it hasn't been. It's that simple. It's no worse off than many other borders around the world. We're talking about human beings that are coming and seeking asylum. We're,
Absolutely.
we're, we're focusing solely on the southern border, and
Absolutely.
they focus solely on the southern border basically because of racism and xenophobia.
Because that's where the brown
Right.
people are.
And
You're
nobody
right.
has anything to say about all the people who fly in and stay their visas and overstay their visas, which are the majority of people who come in here illegally. No one has anything to say about the people who try to cross from the northern border, which happens all the time. And the southern border has never been a big problem. And for everyone that was up here that was like, wow, Liam or whoever the hell was up here saying all that, and everybody was like, well, I mean, with the southern border being a problem for a long time, and I'm sitting here looking at everybody on the panel who lit up blue and said that, and I literally wanted to just like figuratively drag everybody off the panel, give them the stank eye, it just not even say a word, just give them the stank eye, like you know better.
You know what?
You
And
know fucking better.
you are absolutely correct. And I think that the better way to put it would probably be the southern border has always been a perceived like talking point problem, if that makes any sense, because of racism and xenophobia. Not that not that it's an actual problem.
There's a much simpler way to put it.
Go ahead, because I used a lot of words.
Very simple. Nice talking point.
Yeah. Yep. That's it.
Oh, look at your xenophobic racist talking point. Woo! We haven't heard that one before. Oh no.
Yeah.
You know, it's very simple, right? And when everyone is up there saying, yes, it's been a problem for a long time. Yes, it's been a problem for a long time.
It's
Right?
legitimizing
People like Liam are riding on that.
It's legitimizing it for him.
Pretty much. So you're saying, with everyone else saying it's a problem as well, now he's going, oh, they agree with me that it's a problem. Right?
Yep. You're right.
Yeah.
You're absolutely correct. So
I said it in my live tonight. When we say, I think, we talk a lot about language and communication a lot, right? Use your words, and you got to know what you're saying when you say it.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to pose just a quick thought, and I'm just gonna ask a question. I'm gonna leave it at that. What do you think is happening when people say, "What is the world coming to?" What's happening?
I mean,
every time we use that phrase, what are we actually talking about?
Yeah.
We're talking about human beings being horrible.
Yeah.
But yet we're saying, what is the world coming to?
It's almost like you're manifesting a whole bunch of crap.
It's not even that. It's that we're doing the same thing we always do with we're basically saying the whole world is us. This is why words are important and how we use them are important. And we're solidifying this idea that the entire universe was created just so we can exist on this planet and bomb each other all the damn time.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a way to put it. Like,
you get what I'm saying? We're
Yeah,
solidifying the
got it.
idea that we control the world. The world belongs to us. When it all comes down to it, we're sitting here afraid of when the big storms are going to happen. We're afraid of when we go into the jungle and if we see a creature that's half our size, but we know can tear us apart.
Right.
But yet we speak as if the world is going all to hell because human beings are being horrible. When in truth, the world will be perfectly fine if we disappeared.
Actually, might be a little bit better off.
It can start to heal itself.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like it might be a bit better off because, yeah. Well, thank you. I appreciate the correction.
Oh, it's not much of a correction. I'm just saying, like, if we pay attention to the words we use, even when we are trying to champion something, a lot of times we are giving not just validity to the person who's speaking, but we are perpetrating and continuing this idea that human beings are the end all be all of everything and a lot of things that we say. And we disregard the very nature we come from, the planet we need to survive on, and everything else by speaking as if we are it and the only. And we do this as well in the United States, as we speak as if the way we think in the United States is how the rest of the world works as well.
Yep,
You know what I mean?
absolutely.
And we do this as well with these people who have never served a day in their life in the military, who love to get into boxes and talk about their dad or their uncle and speak for us. The reason I even tapped to come up here, and I just wanted to say this, is listen, if there's any of you frumpers in here, can you do us all a favor, even if you are a veteran? Matter of fact, especially if you are a veteran. Stop lying. Stop using those who have died in combat as some tool or talking point. And stop blatantly lying about shit you know nothing about.
Amen.
Right.
Plain and simple.
Wait, I'm sorry. I just asked them to do something impossible because that's all they do.
Yeah.
I got a song for that, Santana. It goes like this: because it's all you know how to do. You wouldn't know what is true if it jumped up and it bit you.
Did you just add an ad lib?
Shit, man. They just
Oh
like,
my gosh.
well, I just want to be where I am, and I plan on being one of the worst people ever for the rest of my life. Let me go up here and lie a little bit.
Who just put in somebody? Oh, the Creole Miss Charise. She's talking about sighing.
Next time I'll do it in a Barry White tone.
Oh, that's right.
All right, man. Listen,
All
I
right.
just, it was the whole, like, why is this scrub keep bringing up veterans, man?
Yeah.
You know, normally I wouldn't say anything, but my head hurt and it was pissing me off.
I know that's
So,
right.
Erica was getting pissed off too, though.
She was.
Erica
She
was
was.
getting
Erica's
upset.
cute. Erica's cute when she gets pissed off, though. So. All right, man. I'm gonna get out your hair so you can close this out, man.
All
Much
right.
love.
I appreciate you. I love you, brother.
Much love, everybody on the panel. Much love.
Much love, Bone.
Much love.
Much love, bro.
Hey, guys, just so we are winding down, but let's, you know what? I know we can get up to like 200,000 at least. We're at 188,000. If we just like tap for like 2 minutes, get like some power taps going, like we can get up to 200,000 to close this out. Also, you know, it's still like 162 of us here. If anybody wants to donate $1, howdy, partner. Want to donate $1, we can go ahead and knock out our daily donation gift, and we can close that out strong. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all my links are in the link tree. Santana24J is the information. Don't forget to bless Erica's her pay links as well, and you know, gift the people who are still up here. Also, make sure you're following not only Erica but Omega. Make sure you're following Omega. If you're not following Omega, please follow him as well. Let's close this out. 200,000 likes. You know. Let's go. Ren, anything else from you? Oh, I'm sorry. Erica.
No, it's okay. Go ahead, Ren.
Only thing I got to say is, Erica, I hope you feel better.
Oh, thank you. I'm just gonna go to sleep after this. Thank you.
No,
I appreciate you.
And Santana, thank you for letting me come up here and stand on my soapbox.
Hey, you can always have a spot in my town square.
Yeah, so thank you, because I really enjoy this.
Yeah, absolutely. We enjoy having you up here. Thank you.
So,
I'm sorry. Oh, Erica, I'll go to you. Go ahead.
Well, Omega is teacupping, so
yeah.
No, I wanted to say I was thinking about something. October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. And I know that throughout many different cities, different organizations do like drives, so where you can donate goods. And so what I'm thinking is the money that I get from like Cash App, PayPal, Venmo
All
for the
right,
next
partner.
2 weeks. I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna use it to buy toiletries and like gift cards, like maybe to Walmart or to the local grocery store out here. Like whatever I can with it, and then some of my own money because my mom blessed me this month. My mom, I can't say it out loud because my stepdad might be listening. So, because my stepdad was in here last night and he definitely gave me some critiques. But no, I think I'm gonna take some of my own money and whatever money I get from the live, and I'm gonna go buy some toiletries, gift cards, and the other stuff that they said was on the list, and actually donate that to the charity out here because where I work, we got an email about it today. So yeah, so what I'll do is tomorrow I'll have more concrete information, so you'll know where your money is going. So that's what I'll be doing. I think that'll be cool. I think
Yeah,
that'd
I
be pretty
think
awesome.
not only do I think that'll be cool, I am in 100%. Whatever money that you get from any type of donations or whatever, I'll match it. So
Bet.
there's that.
I was trying to finish. I'll send. This PayPal is giving me problems. I was going to send you $1. I was trying to send. I was like, oh hell, it's asking for a code and everything. I'm like, oh come on.
It's a whole process.
Erica's the first one I've ever sent a PayPal to. I'm like,
Omega, is that why you were teacupping?
That's why I was teacupping. I was trying to send you $1. Finish this loan out.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
E, whatever you get, let me know. I'll match it.
Will do. So I'll start it tomorrow. So the second, and trying to pull up a calendar, but I hate the calendar on a MacBook. It's not like Windows. All right, so started the second, and I'll end it on the 15th, like the money drive for it, and then on the 16th, I'll go buy the toiletries and all that stuff like that, and donate it on the 17th. So yeah, we can do a drive. What I'll do is I'll have more concrete information tomorrow, so that way I can tell the audience at the beginning of the live.
Sounds perfect.
Yeah.
Omega, anything else from you?
No, man. I was really coming up to make a mod announcement. I actually wasn't coming up to make a mod announcement. I was tapping and you pulled me accidentally and you pulled me up. And then
Gotcha.
I was coming up. I know when I was coming up, I was like, let me make a mod announcement and stuff. You know, I'm getting. I do have to say, like, I mean, a lot of people that have come off in here know the rules by now about the caps being for all mods on both sides. It's getting to the point. I mean, you know, we've been doing this for a while. That if you keep doing it, I'm gonna have to put you in timeout. I'm gonna have to put you in timeout for a few minutes because in the being disrespectful on both sides. I mean, you know, because the things that y'all say in the comments can also get the live pulled down.
Yep.
So we have to keep it respectful on both sides.
Very cutesy, very mindful.
Very mindful and very demure. So as long as y'all are doing that, I have no problem. I mean, you can tell somebody by being very cutesy. You can be very cutesy and very vicious and keep it in line and keep it within the bounds. So
Listen. I've had to learn how to do that more because apparently, and I told E this the other day, but like I got a warning of a violation because I called someone stupid on a post, and apparently TikTok didn't like that. So I'm like, okay, I can't say stupid. Yeah, so I have to keep it even more cutesy, even more mindful,
right.
even more what, E?
Demure?
That's right.
She said that with absolutely no energy, bro.
It's okay. We are at 200,000 likes, guys. Thank you so much for the tappies. Okay, Omega, I appreciate you, my brother. E, anything else from you?
Oh no, no, I'll definitely text you later.
Okay.
But
Okay. Well, hey, listen,
Have a great
and
night, Omega.
oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Where's my manners? Good night, Erica. I forgot because I was going to text you after the live, but yeah, I
Oh
forgot you're
yeah.
going straight to sleep.
let E go to
I'm
bed.
going, I'm going straight to
And
sleep.
so should I because it's 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
But
Oh man.
yeah. I gotta get up for work in the morning. But I'm gonna hit up Dom for just a sec after I get off. But after that, I'm going straight to bed.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Hey,
Have a
so real
great
quick
night.
before you drop off, this is what I was thinking, and this is for everybody that's still listening, everyone that's still here. We're at 185 subs. Once we get to 200 subs, I want to have a sub-only town hall. So we do like a live with only the subscribers, and I would like to get feedback from the subscribers, right? I want to know what they think about like the live, what improvements they would like to see, any changes, things like that. So if you are not subscribing, go ahead and consider subscribing. Once we get to 200, I will set that up. And me and my mod squad would love to hear from all of our subscribers as far as like, again, what do you like? What do you don't like? What things would you like to see improved or implemented or whatever, just to make sure, we are catering the live to you as well, but we're also being inclusive. We know you're paid. Paid by who, Viking? But no, we want to make sure. I know, right? We want to make sure that we are. I want to make sure we're always improving, and so feedback is a good thing. And I want to hear the voice of the people that truly support us. So once we get up to that 200 subscriber mark, we will set that up and we'll have that. So if you're not a subscriber yet, go ahead and grab a spot. All right.
I like that idea. That's a great idea.
Yeah. I'll be thinking about stuff while I be doing nothing. So
yeah.
Anyway, for everybody out there, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for all the taps, the shares,
nope, don't end yet. I want to try my new line. I've been thinking about this.
Okay.
All right. I just hope the night is kind to everyone. Oh, and Santana, can I share my idea that I have that we talked about the other day?
Yeah.
Everything? Okay. Yeah. So we are already over time. So why the hell not? And yeah. I'm thinking of starting my own live just on Saturdays and Sundays, midday. It's called Everything with Erica. I'll just, you can join and we'll just talk. We can talk about current events. We can talk about politics. We can talk about how much you love life. We can talk about how much you hate your baby daddy. It's up to you what you want to talk about. We can talk about everything. All I ask is just like in this space that you keep it respectful. So I'm going to test it out this weekend and see what happens. And then we're going to go from there. But yeah, everything with Erica. Because sometimes I actually do get tired of talking about politics. And I just want to talk about some funny stuff.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. So, hey, come check me out. All right. That's all I got, Santana. I appreciate you and also you too, Omega. You guys are great.
Most definitely.
And all I ask is that the night is kind to you all. Hopefully it's definitely kind to me, I hope. And you guys have a great night.
Yeah, absolutely.
You too.
Absolutely.
You too.
Guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for all of your support, your love, your likes, your shares, your gifts, your subs, the donations. I love you all. Thank you for being here. And Omega, as always,
peace.